We begin the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by Edco football coach James Rochford. Coach, your team improving your record to 1-1, defeated Springville. Final score there 52-7. Tell me about that game.
Well, our kids started out, executing and doing the little things, the things that we asked them, and catching balls and getting the ball in the end zone. We were fortunate to have an early fumble that Cale Funk had picked up and run into the end zone. To kind of give us a little lead right away, and it just went downhill for them after that. And our kids, I thought, played well and kept their foot on the gas and executed. So I was happy with the game. Second half we were able to get a lot of the younger kids in there, get some more kids involved in the offense, in the defense, and be able to get them some varsity experience and prepare them for down the road. So it was good.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about offensively. Who are some of the guys that stood out for you?
Again, Cale Funk stood out. He had a real nice game, passing the ball around, and Price ran. He had a couple of touchdowns, but I thought, there was a lot of kids that had catches, and we don't run the ball a lot, but I thought the offensive line played a lot better. I thought we were able to move the ball a little bit and give a little less pressure on Cale. All around good team effort there.
Yeah, defensively, I think a number of guys stood out for you defensively.
Yeah, they did. Cale had, like I said, he had 3 fumble recoveries and an interception. One of the fumbles he actually caused and recovered, so that's pretty good. So, Price, I think, led the team in tackles. Dawson had a great game playing defense. Had a lot fewer blown coverages than we did the week before, so, that's good. The guys are talking a little bit better and able to communicate when they got a switch and stuff like that. So they had an all-around really good effort.
All right, now you go to Central City tonight, so let's talk about the Wildcats. What do you know about them?
They're a good ball team. They're picked to finish second in our district, I think, by the Gazette. They're big up front. They have a nice running game, and they can throw the ball too. 21 is their main receiver, but they got a couple other guys that can catch the ball just fine. And I think number 10, the Klosterman kid, he's a pretty good running back. We faced him last year. So they're young, but athletic. They're bigger than we are. They'll be a real tough challenge for us.
What do you see as keys in a ball game for your team then?
Well, offensively, we have to find a good rhythm. We have to be able to take advantage of what their defense is going to give us. We talked about that and yesterday in practice, and reading what they're giving you and taking advantage of that. And if we can get that done, but with some of our play calls, we'll do just fine. Offensively or defensively, take away that run. They can throw the ball well, but we'd like to make them one-dimensional and stop the run. So if you let them, I watched the second half Lansing Key game, and they wanted to do to Lansing what Lansing did to everybody else last year, and that's just run the ball down your throat. So, and they could do it, and they did it against Lansing. So they're going to try that against us, and we have to be able to stop it.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Edco football coach James Rochford on his Viking team. The countdown to kickoff continues after this.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? TNT Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at TNT Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today. Edco Football is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete and Post Fill, and by Carr Auto Group. We continue the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by Central City football coach Matt Myers. Coach, your team off to a great 2-0 start. Defeated Keyhigh last week, 48-0. Tell me about that game.
Well, it was obviously that's a good win. 48-0 in an 8-man. When you shut out an opponent, that's always a great thing. Last couple of years we've been young, and our young guys are now the older guys, and teams like Key are rebuilding kind of like we were in last couple of years. So our defense was outstanding. Offensively, we were sloppy at times, and so we just got to continue every day in practice to clean up things and get better.
All right, let's talk about defensively. Let's start on that side. Who are some of the kids that really contributed for you?
Makai Benton is a D-end, and he's got 6.5, 7 sacks in 2 games already, numerous tackles for loss. He's just been playing outstanding. Braxton Davis filled in for David Mooney-Akazi, who was out injured, and he had 4 sacks on Friday. Matt Klosterman is a linebacker, and he played outstanding. Aiden Klosterman, his brother, had 2 interceptions on defense. And overall, it was just a really great team defense on Friday.
All right, offensively, I know this is a team that's put up some good numbers the first 2 weeks. Who's been leading you offensively?
Our quarterback, Jaden Hansen, has thrown for 7 touchdowns in 2 games. And we're generally known as a running team, but with Jaden's skill set, we're able to throw the ball more. Lucas Greif has 4 touchdown receptions in 2 games. And then Aiden Klosterman had 2 touchdown receptions on Friday night as well. So, and we're just getting contributions from a lot of different kids. We're not, our last playoff team in 2018, we had a couple guys that are superstars, and we've got guys now that we got a whole bunch of really, really, really good players.
All right. Yeah, lots of good results there. All right, let's talk about Edgewood Colesburg now. What do you know about the Vikings?
I know that they are extremely athletic, very fast. Very impressive on film watching them. I know they got beat by Turkey Valley, but when you watch that film, they were right there in the third quarter. They were down by a touchdown. And you can just see how the speed that they have, and they play fast, and that's always a scary thing when you're watching film and you're seeing teams play that fast. Your players have to increase their speed and hopefully not make mistakes at the same time.
Keys in a ball game for your team then, what do you have to do?
I think we need to control the ball. Edco's quarterback is extremely athletic, like I was saying, and he can take over a game with his athleticism. And so I think we need to control the ball, not have penalties. We had numerous penalties last Friday on offense. And then defensively, we got to just contain them. We're not going to be able to stop them, but we got to contain Edco and their quarterback.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Yep, thank you.
Central City football coach Matt Myers on his Wildcat team. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Unfortunately, car accidents always seem to come out of nowhere. Introducing the I didn't expect the accident, but I was prepared for it policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Contact Julie Depke, agent, at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366 today.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa-themed and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beers. Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store joins Perk Central at 7 Goethe Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's Green Acre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Aaron Hammond. We welcome you to Central City. It's week number 3. Our matchup tonight, an 8-man early season key showdown with the Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings and the Central City Wildcats, Coach.
It is. If you look at the long-term goals for both of these teams, this is one of those matchups by the end of the year that could be the difference between a 2 seed, a 3 seed, or maybe a 3 seed and a 4 seed. So both of these teams see this as a big opportunity to kind of set themselves in this district.
Edco comes in 1-1, a good win last week. Defeated Springville 52-7. They faced Turkey Valley in week number 1. We saw that ball game. They dropped a 46-36 decision there, 46-26 rather, in that ball game against Turkey Valley. But a good bounce back performance there. Cale Funk leads them offensively.
Yeah, Cale Funk's having a nice year, doing a really good job. 22 of 42. Throwing the ball 403 yards, 7 touchdowns, running it for a couple of touchdowns as well. Bryce Rochford's got a couple of touchdowns offensively as well. So, a nice bounce-back win for the Vikings.
Central City, they come in. Their record is 2-0. And again, they've had a couple of impressive victories. Defeated Lone Tree in week number 1. And then, of course, in week number 2, victorious last week against Keyhigh 48-0. And it is, again, their quarterback that has certainly led them in Jaden Hansen.
Yeah, that trip up to Keyhigh, you never know what your team's going to show up to do once you make that long trip up to Lansing, but they showed up and they played very well. Jaden Hansen, he's got 18 completions, 105 yards, and a touchdown on the ground, but throwing the ball, 14 of 32, 286 yards, 7 touchdowns throwing. So he's definitely a force to be reckoned with there throwing the football.
When you talk about those quarterback, Hansen 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. Funk has 7 touchdowns and no interceptions. So they are dual threats at the quarterback spot.
They are. And, I think the one difference between these two teams is maybe a few more targets for Funk on the Edgewood-Colesburg side. Central City really sticks to the Grief. Lucas Grief's got 4 touchdowns. Aiden Klosterman's got 2 touchdowns. Those are his main 2 receivers, and I think you're going to see Cale Funk throw to a few more guys than just 2.
Greif or Grief?
Greif.
There we go.
Greif.
All right, so we've got Lucas Greif. We've got Christopher Greif. That's the only hard names we have to worry about for Central City in this ball game tonight. But Lucas Greif has 9 receptions. 4 of them are touchdowns. So he is, again, a big play target for Central City.
Yeah, huge target for him. And I think the other thing tonight, we've got beautiful weather down here, but Central City's got 3 fumble recoveries, 3 interceptions. And I think that's going to play a key role. If they can cause some turnovers from the Vikings, that's going to be a positive for them.
That has allowed them to build big leads in their ball games. Cale Funk had a great game last week. Forced a fumble, recovered a couple of fumbles, had an interception too.
Yeah, he was just a force both sides of the football last night. So a lot of eyes are going to be on him, so I think some of his teammates are going to have to step up tonight and take some of that burden away from him.
All right, so we talked about as far as, who you're looking to throw the ball to. Price Rochford is the top target for Edco when they like to throw the football, but they actually got some running last week with Price, too.
They did. He's got 6 carries, 50 yards on the air, a couple of touchdowns. So the sophomore finally getting, his feet wet a little bit, finding his groove there running the football.
And again, as far as receptions, he's got 5 receptions. 2 of them are for touchdowns as well. So we expect both teams to, again, put the ball in the air, have no problem with that. But maybe which team can run the football with some success would be the team to be favored tonight.
To balance out that passing game, both of these teams are going to be heavy passing, but which team can mix in that run? And I think that's what's going to keep them honest on that defense. That defense starts drifting farther and farther back. All of a sudden you run the ball, that defense has to come back up a little
Let's go through the starting lineup. First off, for Edco, they are the visiting team. The quarterback is Cale Funk. He's a 5'10" senior, 150 pounds. In the backfield is Dawson Bergen, the running back. He's a 5'9" senior, 130. He'll be joined in the backfield by Price Rochford, the sophomore, 5'10", 205. The anchor of the line up front is Will Wiskus. He's the center, 6'3", 260-pound sophomore. The guards are Grady Mather, 5'8", 210-pound junior, along with Colin Harris, 5'10", 145-pound guard. Those are the 2 guards. Caden Cole plays end. He's 6'2", 180, lining up at an end spot. That's the starting lineup for Edco offensively. And we'll take a break. When we return, we'll be back with the Central City offense. We'll talk about keys in the ball game, starting lineups continuing after this. You're listening to High School Football on KCTN FM 100 and watching online on the KCTN YouTube channel.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
Your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns Family of Dealerships. We get people driving to our dealerships from many different towns, counties, even states to make Browns their hometown dealer. We have 4 convenient locations in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, and Victory Ford in Dyersville. Check us out online at 4browns.com.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union would like to say thank you to our customers during the Patient Appreciation Event taking place through September 30th. Patients spending $100 will receive $20 off their order. Spend $200, receive $50 off your order, or spend $400 and receive $120 off your order. Contact your local Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader at 563-245-2304 or West Union at 563-422-6085 for more details. Some exclusions may apply.
Welcome back to Central City. Got a few minutes yet before we get to the start of this ball game. We went through the Edco starting lineup as they did the national anthem a little bit early tonight. Let's go through the Central City offensive lineup. Jaden Hansen is the junior quarterback, 5'11", 170 pounds rather. The tailback, Aiden Klosterman, 5'9" junior, 155 pounds. Lucas Greif is the fullback, 5'6". He's a junior, 178 pounds. Makai Benton is the tight end, big target, 6'3", 200 pounds. He is a junior. The offensive line is Colton Nowatzki. He's a senior, 6 foot, 212 pounds. Dayton Price also starts up front, 5'10", a junior, 195. Nolan Gates is a sophomore at 5'8", 175. And David Munyakazi is a freshman at 5'8", 144 pounds as an offensive lineman. Central City, believe it or not, a little more depth. They have 4 defensive starters, so they only play 4 guys both ways.
Yeah.
And their 4 defensive starters are the nose guard in Braxton Davis, a 5'9", sophomore at 254. Arwen Betzer, a 6'1", 190-pound senior, also a defensive end there. And linebackers Matt Klosterman, 5'10", sophomore, 173. And Luke Birds, another linebacker, a senior, at 5'10", 161.
Yeah, you talk about not having to play both ways. That's huge in the 8-man game, trying to have those players that are fresh on defense, fresh on offense. That could be a difference maker here in a game that is going to see a lot of action, a lot up and down the field.
And for Edco, a couple of players that play one way. The Ian Miller will start at a cornerback for them. He is a 6'1", 160-pound player for the Vikings. But otherwise, you have everybody else that pretty much Carter Oberbrockling will play middle linebacker.
Yep.
And he is a senior, 5'10", 190. And Oberbrockling actually a junior. But those are the only 2 guys that will play one way. But you may see Oberbrockling in the offense as well. It's 8-man football after all. Everybody plays just about every position, it seems.
Well, and if you look at, we talked about all the offensive stats, you look at some of the defensive stats for the Vikings. Rochford's got 17 tackles, 10 solos. Dawson Bergen, a starting running back for him, 13.5 tackles, 8 solos. Oberbrockling, 11.5, 6 solos. So those guys are playing a lot of football.
And for Central City, defensively as well, they are built with their linebackers.
Yeah, those linebackers do the job there. They fill their gaps very, very well. A lot of those skilled players on both ends of the ball. Well, it's 8-man. Everybody's a skilled player out there.
Benton, Klosterman lead them tackle-wise. Their 2 mainstays defensively. Central City, the home team, of course. Black tops, black bottoms. They have the red helmets there with the Central City the Wildcat, I believe, logo on the side of their helmet. Vikings wearing their away black, the white tops, the Edco there. The Vikings in black with the yellow trim. They have the Viking logo on their helmets. It is Veterans Night tonight here in this ball game in September in Central City.
Yeah, military night, all military serving or retired. They recognize them right before the national anthem, so nice job there. National Guard's here tonight with some displays, and we had our coin toss just now, Dan. It looks like Central City won the toss. They're going to defer, so Edco's taking the ball. They're going to receive here to start the ball game.
So the Vikings, again, will get the ball first in this ball game today. Beautiful night here for September 9th. Game time temperatures upper 70s. We've got a light breeze. Wind won't be a factor here. We know it's going to get more towards fall next week, a little bit cooler weather, but this is great weather for fall football here in week number 3. You never know. You can have a hot night. We haven't had that at all here the first few weeks of the season.
We've had great weather, and I think the rain, is going to hold off until tomorrow. Maybe some dew set in, but I think they're going to have good footing. Field looks gorgeous tonight, so great job by the Central City facilities getting the field ready for tonight.
All right, we'll have updates on some games tonight for you as well. Southwind and Clayton Ridge, they're playing in their district opener tonight. tonight. Starmont is at East Buchanan tonight. MFL Marmac, that long journey to Osage. And Postville is at North Fayette Valley tonight. An NFV team that is ranked in the top 10 in Class 2A. So we'll have updates on those ball games. They are heavily favored against a very young and a little bit of an injury-depleted Postville team in that matchup tonight. But we'll have updates on that game, all those games across the area tonight. So for Central City, it will be Jaden Hansen does the kickoff chores for them, their quarterback, and back to receive for Edco. Back deep is number 2 deep, and that is, of course, Dawson Bergen back to receive. Again, we have that 80-yard field, not quite as wide as the normal football field, and if the kick goes back into the end zone for a touchback, it comes out to the 15-yard line. Not a bad crowd on hand. They continue to roll in here on our 7 o'clock start. We'll start a minute or two early, but we're ready to go with week number 3 of the high school football season in a key district matchup with these two teams. So Hansen looks things over at the line of scrimmage, got 3 to his left, 4 to his right. Bergen stands back at the 3-yard line in the middle of the field. Hansen waiting for the signal, and here we go. Week number 3 is underway. Again, a squib kick. It's fielded by the up back near side, and fielding it there is number 3 in Cale Funk. He'll bring it right along that sideline to the 20-yard line, finally pushed out about short of the 30-yard line, picks up about 10 yards on that return. Good field position for Edco. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, starting on their own 30, so great field position here to start. That ball kind of squibbed and bounced up to that up back, so Funk just picked that up and just kind of got himself a few yards, stepped out of bounds here. They'll start fresh with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of difference in the 8-man game is a lot of times you don't see guys just booming it way back on kickoffs there. Because, again, they just don't have the leg in a lot of cases. First down, 10 yards to go. Direct snap there. It's a quarterback draw. Funk brings it right side outside the numbers. 30-yard line, gets out to the 34-yard line, picks up 4 yards on first down. Good pursuit by number 55 in Farv Weber. The junior there making the play. He was in to start there defensively. And a 4-yard pickup by Funk on the quarterback draw, first down.
And, Funk's only got 119 yards on the year. But, as a quarterback, a lot of times those sacks work against you. Getting flushed out of the pocket works against you. So he does a nice job running the ball, gaining good yardage on first down.
Spread formation, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and then they swing it left side, caught by Bergen in stride. He's got some receivers out there, brings it inside the 40-yard line, just inside Central City territory, spins ahead to the 36-yard line. So again, what you have is those 2 wide receivers, the inside receivers running blocks there as they just swing it out to the left side.
Yeah, nice job by those receivers of getting their blocks down the field, and once Bergen has that ball, firing forward to get that first down.
So first down, 10 yards to go, just inside Central City territory. Just underway here tonight at Central City. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for the Vikings. That's Rochford to the left side, and also Bergen to the left side. And on this play, Funk swings it right side. Pass is completed there. That is Bennett Stagger, but dropped as he caught it again. Here comes a late flag in. Stagger made the catch, but the play blown up by Central City. Hansen and a host of other players there making the play, but it's a loss of yardage back inside Edco territory. They ran this play with 3 receivers to the left, but only 2 to the right this time, and Central City had it well defended.
Yeah, they had that well defended, and I think this flag that we've got in the field is after this is all over. So nice job by Central City stopping that play, but I think we had a little extracurricular there after the play.
So, and it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Central City. So what happened is the whistle had blown. You had some extracurricular going on there. And the end recipient of that was number 20, Caden Cole, who was the inside blocker. So instead of second down, 15 yards to go, that's going to move it awful close to first down yardage. They may decide to give them first down. They are going to move the chains and say it's at the 27-yard line. So that's a big penalty, a 15-yard penalty, especially in the 8-man game.
Yeah, that was a huge penalty because they did a great job of sniffing out that little swing pass. They had them stop for a loss. Then they come in and hit late. It all goes for nothing.
First down, 10 yards to go. Vikings opening drive inside Edco territory. They operate from the right hash mark. And on first down, it's again a quarterback sweep left side, and he gets inside the 25-yard line. Funk does, and he fumbles the football. It's picked up by Central City at the 20-yard line. He got hit hard, and picking it up for Central City is Arwen Betzer, the linebacker there, picking it up at the 20-yard line, and the Wildcats defense with the hit on Funk forces the turnover.
Yeah, that was just a nice job of getting a helmet on the ball and knocking that out of Funk's hand, and you could see it wasn't a drop. It was knocked out of there, and that was recovered by the Wildcats, so they're going to take over good field position here on their own 20.
And again, they overloaded the left side, and Funk ran it, sweep to the left, and a quarterback sweep to the left side. would have picked up a good 4 or 5 yards, but instead, first down, 10 yards to go for Central City, their first initial set. A receiver to the left, and they snap it, direct snap to the up back there, and carrying it there for the first carry of this ball game is number 10, and that is actually Klosterman. It is Aiden Klosterman getting the direct snap, and he brings it 9 yards right up the middle, short of the 30-yard line.
He got right through that first line of defense for the Vikings and got into those linebackers and is falling forward. So nice hard run by Aiden Klosterman.
That was a wildcat snap there. Klosterman alone in the backfield. Receiver split to the left. That's Klosterman. 2 to the right, back to Hansen, and he's going to bring it right side. Hansen makes one defender miss at the 30-yard line. Hansen's in the open, inside Edco territory, down to the 45-yard line, and pushed ahead by Caden Cole, down to the 32-yard line. Rochford filled the hole, but Hansen was able to get through him, and just like that, Central City down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, 19-yard carry there for Jaden Hansen, and that's too easy. If the Vikings are going to play defense like this, Central City is going to be able to run the ball really easily against them.
And again, you have 2 receivers to the left here. Hansen alone in the backfield. First down, 10 yards to go. Their receiver on the slot on the right side. Back to Hansen to throw the football, looking long, and he's looking for Klosterman down at the goal line, and he's bumped by Miller. The ball falls incomplete, but it's pass interference. He almost caught it on the deflection after Klosterman was taking the contact there from Ian Miller in the secondary. He was early. It's going to move it half the distance to the goal and give Central City a first down. Well laid out throw by Hansen, looking just inside the left pylon.
Yeah, and that play just took a little time to develop, but it was a well drawn out play. It was a one-on-one out there, and they had a step on Miller. Miller just trying to defend there and made some contact early, knocks him to the ground. Central City is going to get it here. Half the distance.
And then the ball ricocheted off of Klosterman down on the field. So they'll move it to the 16-yard line, and it's first down, 10 yards to go. So we don't quite go half the distance to the goal because the ball was outside the 30-yard line. But it's still first down, 10 yards to go for Central City after the first penalty against the Vikings, a 15-yard penalty. Jumbo backfield, first down, 10 yards to go, Wildcat formation, and they snap it back to Klosterman, trying to bring it left side to the 15-yard line. Stood up well by Price Rochford. The rest of the defense joins in and helps out in number 54, Colin Harris. Rochford stopped the play. It's a gain of maybe a yard to the 15. Second down, 9 yards to go.
And good job sealing that edge by Rochford and Colin Harris coming in to finish him off. They didn't have Harris last week, so nice to have him back on the field for the Vikings.
Hansen was out for that play, so you want to say that's kind of the jumbo set, even though it's 8-man football. Second down, 9 yards to go. Back to Hansen. He's got time, looking for Klosterman. Catches it inside the 10-yard line. Drop right there by the 9. Just a quick curl route, just inside the numbers. Good coverage by Funk, but it's a catch and fire, and they pick up 6 yards. Third down here and 4. Closer to 3 for the Central City Wildcats.
And who caught that ball for the Wildcats?
That was Klosterman.
That was Klosterman with a catch. Nice job by him. Good defense by Funk right on top of that, but good pass by Hansen.
So it's now first down, and it is again, actually third down rather, 4 yards to go. And they go with that jumbo set. Hansen not in there. Third down, it's 2 plays. They snap it back to Klosterman. Brings it right side. He's inside the 5-yard line. Reaches ahead short of the goal line. Nope, they're going to say he got over. Aiden Klosterman. So Klosterman rushes in from what turns out to be 10 yards out. And the Wildcats take their opening drive. And after the turnover, they lead 6-0.
Yeah, nice drive there by the Wildcats, finished off by Klosterman. Whenever Hansen's not in there, they go to that Wildcat. That's direct snap to Klosterman, and he's just looking for that hole, picking his way through, and falls forward there in for the touchdown.
And they will obviously go for the conversion here as far as PAT-wise this year. They are 5 of 10. And here's the snap back to this time the other Klosterman, number 22, Matthew Klosterman. But he gets the snap, and he's hit in the backfield, cannot get to the outside. Price Rochford there, also there Oberbrockling. The conversion fails. So with 8:34 left in the opening act, Central City 6, Edco nothing. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Ray's Excavating, Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood, James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point and Delhi, Ethan Kane Construction, if it don't drain, call Ethan Kane, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, harvest wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont.
Jaden Hansen launches it away. Back to receive is Bergen. And that ball, we were just talking about maybe not that many touchbacks in the 8-man game. Hansen says, I've got a leg. Catching it on the run over the goal line in his own end zone is Bergen. It's an automatic stoppage of play. The ball comes out to the 15-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings on their second possession. Klosterman, give him 10 yards on that run.
9 yards. They were just inside the 10-yard line. So a 9-yard run, but a nice drive there, capped off. Nice kick by Hansen. He booted that thing pretty good, so that's a nice weapon to have.
By the way, Aiden Klosterman with that run, and Matthew Klosterman stopped on the conversion. So first down, 10 yards to go to the Vikings here. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Swing pass left side, caught by Bergen outside the numbers on the right side, and he brings it across the 20. First down yardage, stopped at the 29-yard line. So that play's worked a couple of times to the left side of the line, and the Vikings move the chains on a 14-yard pickup.
Yeah, nice catch there by Bergen. Again, that little swing pass just to get the ball to the receiver's hands as quick as possible and gain those yards to get upfield.
And again, first down, 10 yards to go. The Vikings operate from their own hash to the left side, from their own territory at the 29-yard line. Receiver to the left, to the right. Rochford in more of an H-back position here. Cole is a receiver to the right side. So you've got two guys in the backfield as Funk works on a pistol, gets the snap, rolls out to the right, being flushed out of the pocket, trying to step through two defenders, and he's going to be taken down for a loss back at the 25-yard line. Luke Birds, a senior, able to wrap him up there. Funk couldn't shake him off. They lose yardage back to the 25-yard line. That's a loss of 5 on that play.
Well, they were set up in that power position, but the guy that was on his right side kind of flushed out to be a lead blocker. They brought 2 of those linebackers up right up the gut, and Funk had nowhere to go on that play.
So it's second down, 15 yards to go as the Vikings lose yardage on that play. As we are now inside 8 minutes left in our opening quarter, Edco got inside the 20-yard line but fumbled it to turn the ball over on their initial drive. This is their second touch of this game. You have receivers split left and right, and again, Rochford's in the backfield. And also there as well in the backfield for them is going to be number 20, Caden Cole. And they try to throw a slant play over the middle, looking there for Bergen, and it's incomplete. Cole was in the backfield. The play incomplete over the middle of the field. Bergen, the intended receiver.
Yeah, in and out of his hands there, but he found a little seam right there in the middle, just behind the linebackers, but in front of the defensive backs, but just couldn't hold on to that. And Vikings are facing third down and long.
And that would have picked up about 7 or 8 yards. They would have got about half of that back. Central City had given up that middle of the field on that play, but now third down, 15 yards to go. Empty backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and they snap it back to Cole. But before we get going, Stager jumps in the slot on the right side. False start penalty against Edco. So that's going to push him back a little further. Again in the 8-man, yep, you can overcome these a little bit easier. However, 3rd and 20 is still some work to do.
Yeah, they were not in the best position 3rd and 15, but now 3rd and 20. I think they got to get about 2/3 of this if they're not going to punt, but otherwise they may end up punting if they can't gain majority of this right away.
Yeah, you hope to get within maybe 4th and 5. Kind of changes your thinking if you want to go for it in this situation, but it's third down and ways to go. Third down, 15 yards to go, 20 yards to go actually. They have to get just to the 40-yard line. Funk rolling out to the right, scrambling, now rolls back to the left, trying to buy some time. There's a flag down. He throws it down the field, looking for Rochford, who tries to tiptoe on the far sideline, but it's out of his reach inside Central City territory at the 38-yard line. As Funk was sailing to the left, the ball sailed away from Rochford, who tried his best to try to keep those feet in bounce, but didn't have a chance to get to it, reaching into the Edco bench.
And Funk took the brunt of that hit because he was rolling to his left and had to plant his feet, and when he did that, the defender caught up to him, took a big hit on that, and kind of tipped the ball, but Rochford did all he could to try to stay in bounds.
And I believe that we are going to have a penalty, and this is going to be against Central City. So this is a break for the Vikings. So we move things ahead here to the 30-yard line, and we'll replay third down. So what we had basically there was holding on the defensive lineman up front.
Yeah, we had a defensive holding So we're going to replay third down after the penalty, and it's going to be on the 30-yard line. So we got 3rd and 10, much more manageable for the Vikings.
And it's something that you just don't see a lot, but it was defensive holding up front. So Edco will take it, though, because instead of punting, now it's 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Manageable instead of 3rd and 20. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They operate from the middle of the field. Snap back to Funk. Funk drops back, steps up, looking to run. Good coverage by Central City, but Funk gets to the outside, gets to the far sideline, 35-yard line, tries to dive ahead, but he's pushed out of bounds about 5 yards short of first down at the 35-yard line. Funk did a good job getting through. A concern for Central City now, however, is at the 38-yard line in their own territory. Jaden Hansen is down, and what looks like there that he may have taken a shot to the stomach area. May have just kind of lost his breath there on that hit.
He popped his helmet off right away, so I don't know if he's trying to catch his breath, if he took a hit, but he's down, and that's a concern for the Wildcats.
So it's 4th down, 5 yards to go for Edco. We've got an injury timeout. 7 minutes left in the opening act. 6-0. Central City in the lead. Let's take this break.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, sports fans, take a timeout and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Top Gun Collision Center, we know that cars are complicated, but all they don't do is cook dinner and do your dishes. At Top Gun, we strive to keep up with all the complexities of new vehicles. We have all the scan tools and certified technicians to guarantee the repair is done right. Not only will it look like new and perform like new, ask Bob about his community and veteran discount programs. Whether it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, you'll save money at Top Gun. If it's that 30-point buck, you may get your whole deductible paid. Call Top Gun for details and schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899. That's 563-964-9899.
So an injury timeout, and the good news is Jaden Hansen able to get up there, able to walk on off to the sideline. He will be out on this play, but it's 4th down, 5 yards to go, and the Vikings are going to punt the football away. So Cale Funk stands back at his own 25-yard line, and it's a good kick over the head of Matthew Klosterman. Bounces at the 5-yard line. Klosterman picks it up on the run at the 2. Brings it near side. There's a flag down as he goes inside across the 10 to the 15-yard line, pushed out of bounds by Caden Cole across the 15-yard line. But a penalty against Central City, and it's against number 10 there in Aiden Klosterman, who's trying to help out there Matthew, but it's going to move it half the distance to the goal as Matthew Klosterman picked that ball up inside the 3-yard line on the bounce.
Yeah, and I think it was probably just a block maybe on the side or block in the back, just getting his hands on someone that he probably didn't need to get his hands on, trying to spring his brother there, and no doing there.
All right, so by the way, the ball will go from the 4-yard line, I believe is where we're going to mark the penalty. So instead of the 16-yard line, Central City is going to go inside, actually, their 2-yard line. So they're going to mark that just short of the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down, 10 yards to go. At the 2-yard line, we'll call it. And Hansen appears to be back on the field for Central City. Nope, he is not. He is on his knees on the sideline at the 40-yard line. Correction there. It's the jumbo set, though. And it's 1st down. They snap it back, a high snap, and it goes there to Aiden Klosterman, and he just brings it up the middle, gets to the 5-yard line. So they go to that jumbo set. You've got 2 guys in the backfield, and a direct snap there to Klosterman. And you see Jaden Hansen on the sideline there, down on the knees at the 40-yard line. And I think that's what happened. Just had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, I think wind or maybe got a stinger somewhere, and he's just getting some rest here, trying to get himself put back together. I foresee him being back in the game.
So it's 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Good gain on 1st down. They continue with this Wildcat set. And number 44 is Christopher Greif. And they snap it back to Matthew Klosterman. The old spin back move, fakes the handoff, brings it across the 10, and brings it short of the 11-yard line. So the old single wing offense there. You run the spin, follow the guard if you're doing that defensively. But a nice job there by Matthew Klosterman on the direct snap. Puts him in 3rd and short.
Yeah, nice gain there, making it manageable here, getting those extra yards.
3rd and very short. So the Klosterman boys have each gotten a snap on this series. The first one, a direct snap to Aiden. And he ran the ball right up the middle, but Matthew Klosterman faked the handoff and ran it. Just those two in the backfield again. Back to Klosterman, and that's Aiden. Brings it left side across the 10-yard line. First down to the 15-yard line, overloading that left side of the line. And a nice job again getting pressure on the left side. Makai Benton, one of the ends there, helped lead the way off the left side, and it's 1st and 10 for Central City. They're going with a jumbo look here.
They are. They're going to go that Wildcat, kind of a spin-back look to it. But with Jaden Hansen out of the game, they're just going to go with that bigger set, and they've been having success with it. Don't mess around with something if it's working.
So you talk about here in a situation where you now have the passing option, not so much there, and it's 1st down, 10 yards to go. This time they go direct snap to the fullback, and that once again is Christopher Greif, who breaks a tackle, and he brings it across the 25 to the 30-yard line, finally brought down to the 31-yard line. So lowering the head and running hard, Christopher Greif, 5'6", 178-pound fullback, brings it out to the 32-yard line as he rumbles ahead for 1st down yardage.
Yeah, 17-yard carry there for Christopher Greif, and a good 1st down for the Wildcats to keep this momentum, keep this drive moving.
And that was a direct snap to the fullback that time in the offense, but now Jaden Hansen back in at quarterback, so they go to a spread look. Back to Hansen, and he's going to bring it up the middle. Hit at the line of scrimmage by Caden Cole. Oberbreckling strips the ball out of there, but I believe they're going to rule him down. That forward progress had been stopped, but no gain on the play, and an excellent job by Caden Cole on that quarterback draw up the middle.
Yeah, nice job of recognizing Hansen, just bringing that up the middle, wrapping him up and holding him up so they could try to strip that ball, but I think his knees were on the ground before that ball came out. No gain for the Wildcats.
Caden Cole, the junior defensive end there on that play. No gain. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. We approach the 4-minute mark of our opening quarter. Central City leads 6-0. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They operate from the left hash mark. And Aiden Klosterman goes in motion. They fake the jet sweep, and Hansen's going to run the football across the 35, only about 2 yards. Price Rochford really filled in that hole from the linebacker spot, maybe closer to 3 yards across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3rd and a longer situation for Central City.
Yeah, some motion there with Klosterman coming in motion, but Hansen just took that right up the gut. A nice read by Price Rochford stepping into his slot, filling that gap, and limiting Klosterman just those 3 yards.
So 3rd down and long. They have to get inside the 37-yard line for 1st down yardage. 2 receivers to the left, and that is the dangerous number 10, Aiden Klosterman, to the left side alone. Back to Hansen, who's going to throw the football. Looking long, looking down the sideline for Matthew Klosterman. One-on-one, incomplete. Good coverage by Ian Miller. One up with him at the 10-yard line, right at the numbers on the right sideline. Both of them went up, and getting in there was Miller to help break it up. Incomplete. Fly patterned on the right side, incomplete, 4th down for Central City.
Yeah, much better coverage this time by Ian Miller. He had that pass interference on their last drive down there in the end zone, but did a nice job of keeping on his feet, getting that hand, using his height to knock that ball away.
And that's a jump ball. Matthew Klosterman's 5'10", and Miller 6'1", and did an outstanding job on coverage there. Waited to the right time to break up that pass. So Central City will punt it away. Back to receive is Bergen at the 10-yard line. And Central City to punt it away, and the punting chores are done by Aiden Klosterman. And they snap it back, low snap to Klosterman, looks things over, thought about maybe running, but kicks it away. It's a short kick, bounces inside the 20-yard line, rolls ahead to the 10-yard line, just stays inbounds on the far side, and it's 1st down, 10 yards to go for Edco at their own 10-yard line, 3:17 to go here in our 1st quarter. So Central City, a couple of 1st downs, started inside their 2-yard line. They do swing field position.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things with the 8-man game, being able to change field positions. We don't see a lot of punts. A lot of times they're going for it on 4th down, but a situation here where Central City can try to pin the Vikings deep, make them start within the shadow of their own end zone.
If you don't think it's important to flip field position, then you apparently didn't watch Iowa last week. 1st down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right here from their own 10-yard line, and they operate from the left hash mark. Direct snap back to Funk, brings it right up the middle. Funk across the 15-yard line, short of 1st down as he's out to the 18-yard line. Straight draw, gets the snap, waits a second, pauses, goes ahead, and Aiden Klosterman and Hansen make the play, but an 8-yard pickup, one of the better runs they've had in between guards.
Well, they've been running, to the outside, those little swing passes, and it's really stretched this defense out and opened up the middle there for Funk to kind of pick his way through. Great gain of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe they wing it here and try to get a big play.
We go inside, 3 minutes in the 1st quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right for the Vikings. And again, Funk alone in the backfield and gets the snap. Funk slant play and in and out of the hands there. He looking to hit there, number 14, and Bennett Stager. There's a flag down, so Stager may have been grabbed from behind as he ran the slant in the middle of the field. Had it in his hands, just could not haul it in, but there's a flag, and let's see what this penalty is on. The Central City Wildcats there, I believe, are having a conversation with the official, and no word yet on what we have for a penalty.
Defensive holding.
So this is another penalty here against Central City. So that's going to give Edco a first down, and that may have been the case. It wasn't pass interference. It kind of held. Stager had to be the guilty party there.
I think
the player who was defended, I should say.
Yeah, I think it was a pull on that jersey is what we kind of saw, is they were just impeding him from going. Still probably should have caught that ball.
So out to the 29-yard line, first down, 10 yards to go. Vikings move the chains via the penalty. A little breathing room here after they started inside their 10-yard line. So he had the running play of 8 yards and a 10-yard penalty. Puts it first down, 10 yards to go to the 29-yard line. They operate from near the middle of the field. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the right, to the left, I should say. And you have Funk alone in the backfield. First down, 10 yards to go. Fakes the snap, fakes the pass. Now hit in the backfield, able to make a defender miss, and Funk is running. Brings it left side across the 30-yard line, and he brings it to the 35-yard line on the far side and steps out of bounds at the 37. He was in the backfield and getting hit and somehow spun away from traffic back there. And was that number 79 there? Braxton Davis for Central City that had a hold on him? Just couldn't bring him down.
Just couldn't bring him down. Nice job of making a whole lot out of nothing right there by Funk, and a good job by the Edco Vikings of blocking downfield, because I think there was some question about some holding or maybe some blocks in the back, but I think they got in front of everybody, did a nice job of making that lane for Funk as he was scrambling.
And because of Funk, again, his quickness and elusiveness in the backfield, instead of a loss of 8 yards, it's a gain of 8 yards. Second down. Well, closer to 3 yards to go. Second down, we'll call it 3. Back to Funk. Funk steps up again, looking to run. Brings it right side. Has first down yardage. Inside the numbers at the 40-yard line, where he has the legs taken out from underneath him there by Hansen. Nice one-on-one open field tackle. But Funk hit down on the field there and looks to be hurt at the end of that play. So Hansen went down low to tackle him, and it looks like that Funk there maybe had the leg taken out from underneath him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's holding here, but he's kind of laying on his side, and I think it was just a hard hit, and it hit somewhere soft, and he's feeling it right now down in his legs.
And a case there that maybe he put the foot down there, put the leg down, and then got hit. It is the left knee they're looking at for Funk. That is a big concern, obviously, for the Vikings. Hansen went low to bring him down there. You understand that. But again, you may have a case there where the leg was planted, and then as the force kind of stretch things out a little bit. So we have our second injury timeout here, and this is a concern for the Vikings. It was Hansen, the quarterback for Central City, injured. He returned. Funk now being looked at on the sideline. We'll take a break. It's 6-0 Central City in the lead. We have an injury timeout.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
The Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic is a welcome addition to Northeast Iowa, offering extended hours for more accessible care. The clinic remains open over the lunch hour and offers early Monday morning and later Thursday evening appointments for your convenience. Call 568-5530 to schedule your appointment today. Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic. New clinic, more accessible care.
Exceptional caring people. Veterans Memorial.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
So an injury timeout, we return, and for Edco, this is a concern. Cale Funk Again, being helped to the sideline there by the couple of coaches on the Edco, to the opposite sideline, the visiting sideline there, and very lightly putting pressure on what appears to be the left knee. Again, as he was running, and he was running towards the right there, so the left knee was the one exposed, and you could plant it. And again, Hansen went low to tackle him there, and that's a case of force and force. But that's a big concern now for the Vikings. You've lost your offensive leader here in this ball game.
Yeah, offensive leader throwing the ball and receiving the ball. So we're going to have somebody else step up and kind of fill that void.
And that will be Price Rochford. So Rochford takes over at the quarterback spot for Edco. First down, 10 yards to go. Fakes the swing pass left side, hit in the backfield, gets by a defender, but he's tripped up. Number 34, a great job by Makai Benton, who fought off his defender despite the fact that it was being held. And Rochford tried to run to the outside, had the legs tripped out from underneath him. They're going to lose yardage on that play. It's holding against the Vikings, but I think Central City declines this penalty, and they do.
Yeah, there's no need to take that penalty with a loss of about 7-8 yards on that play. They're going to take the play and take the down, so we're in second down now.
So inside 2 minutes to go, first quarter yet, 6-0 Central City in the lead, and now you've got a concern here for Edco offensively because Price Rochford, you've looked to throw the ball to him and run the ball at times for him. Now he has to take a bigger role into the offense here.
Yeah, he does. And, Cale Funk does a nice job of eluding the defenders and creating off of that. Price Rochford's more of a physical runner. He'll run you over, he'll run through you, but he's not as nimble to get away from them. He's got quickness once he gets away from you, but he's not as elusive as Funk is.
And you talk about how Cale Funk has grown as a quarterback in his second year as well. Second down, 17 yards to go. Snap back to Price Rochford, and it's a shovel pass inside, caught by Bergen across the 40-yard line, but good coverage as combining there. Hansen up from the secondary in run support. Also there, number 10, Aiden Klosterman. They make the play just outside the numbers, inside Central City territory. At the 38-yard line, it's going to be third down and 11 yards to go. And you know the type of kid that Cale is, of course, playing for you in baseball.
Oh, yeah, he's a tough kid, and he would not go off and stay on that sideline unless there was something really bothering him. So they're going to check him out, figure out what he can do, and if he's even 75%, he's going to try to get back into that game.
And he's on the sideline being attended to on the far sideline there for Edco. So third down, 11 yards to go. You may see Central City here a little more focused on what's going on up in the box.
Yeah, I think you're going to see some blitzes and extra guys up there in the box.
Dare Edco to try to go deep. Third down, 11 yards to go. Three receivers to the right, back to Rochford, rolls out right side, the pass throw in short. He was under pressure by Benton, looking to dump it off down at the 30-yard line for Bergen. It was short of first down on the near side. In on the coverage, number 44, Christopher Greif. It is incomplete. Fourth down and 12 yards to go. Promising drive comes to an end for Edco inside Central City territory.
And I think if Rochford has just a little more time to get rid of that ball, he can get that completion. You get about half of that distance, you probably go for it here. But in midfield, they're fourth and long. They're probably going to go for it, but they got a lot of ground to make.
Fourth down, 11 yards to go. Price Rochford, by the way, does your punting as well. So this is one of these things that you can give them a different look and decide what to do, but it looks to me like they are going to punt the football away. Rochford stands back at his own 32-yard line. Aiden Klosterman back to receive. Rochford gives off a nice high punt. It's actually number 21 back to receive in Lucas Greif. He lets it bounce inside the 10, goes down to the 6-yard line. An excellent punt there. From the 38 down to the 6-yard line, 32-yard punt. There is no return. And with 21.9 seconds left in the opening quarter, it is 6-0. Once again, Edco in the lead.
Central City in the lead.
Central City in the lead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nice punt there by Rochford, pinning them deep. That thing checked up really, really well. They had coverage down there, but it checked up on its own, and Central City is going to start deep in their own territory again.
Trying to see if we have 2:19 left in the quarter or 21.9.
I can't see the scoreboard, so you're going to
First down, 10 yards to go. Central City back second in drive in a row inside their own territory. And Aiden Klosterman gets the direct snap, brings it left side, middle of the field. He's out across the 10-yard line, and that is our final play of the opening quarter. We've played one. Central City scored on their first drive after a turnover. It is 6-0. Central City leads Edco. You're listening to high school football on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Welcherland Motors in Edgewood, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, Bloom's Flowers, Gifts and More in Edgewood, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Clayton County Recycling of Monona.
So we've played one quarter here. Central City leads Edco 6-0. Another score to pass along. At the end of one, East Buchanan leads Starmont 14-0. So we'll continue to get you up to date on all the games that are taking place tonight. Central City has the ball at their own 10-yard line, leading 6-0. So for Edco, you've got to get it done defensively. You got to slow down Central City.
Yeah, and I think it has to start on this one right here. They need to slow Central City down, force them to have to punt or short yardage or something like that to get the ball back without them gaining a lot of yards and flipping the field.
So
again.
second down, 5 yards to go. Back to Hansen. Hansen swings it left side. It's just a quick curl route, but it's caught. First down yardage outside the numbers on the left side. Across the 20-yard line, pass completed to number 21, Lucas Greif. And it's going to move the chains. A 6-7 yard pickup. First down, 10 yards to go onto the 20.
About a 9-yard pickup. So nice gain there. Extra yardage there when Greif falls forward, and Edco's got to wrap him up a little earlier.
Central City has struggled in recent years. Did have a postseason team in 2018, and as Coach Meyer said, this is a group of juniors we have that we really feel like we can take a step forward, and they've shown quite a lot of different things offensively. Direct snap back to Aiden Klosterman. Brings it right up the middle. He's across the 25-yard line, 30-yard line, tackled from behind by number 54 in Colin Harris. And it's a good thing Harris able to drag him down, a 10-yard gain. But first down, 10 yards to go. That could have been more.
Yeah, Aiden Klosterman's got a nice first quarter there. 41 yards on 7 carries, and you can see what he does when he gets that ball in his hands and gets a little space.
So first down, 10 yards to go for Central City. But we've seen them run Wildcat, snap it to all 3 guys in the backfield for a carry.
Back.
Spin back. We've seen receivers split left and right. This time it is Hansen with, again, a blocker in front there, and Aiden Hutchinson looking long and looking for his receiver, number 21, Lucas Greif, overshot outside the numbers on the far side of the 20-yard line, incomplete. A little fake move and then up, and he did get a step on Bennett Stagger, but the ball well overshot. And it's incomplete. Second down and 10.
Yeah, a little stop and go. One receiver over there. Everybody else was just giving Hansen plenty of time and waiting for him to get open, and got a step on Steger, but way overshot that. Wasn't able to close on that as much as he wanted to.
Second down, 10 yards to go for Central City. They operate from the middle of the field. Again, a receiver to the right, and that is now Lucas Greif to the right side. He was on the left in the previous snap. Direct snap back to Aiden Hutchinson, or I should say correction there. Klosterman running the football, and Klosterman breaks open a play. He's inside the 30, down to the 20. Ian Miller fights off his defender, makes the tackle to the 22-yard line. Number 10 there, Aiden Klosterman took the direct snap right to the side there of Hansen, and a big gain for Central City.
Yeah, 27-yard gain there. Nice carry. Who had that carry, Dan?
That was Aiden Klosterman.
Aiden had that carry.
I was having a hard enough time getting Aiden's last name right, but it's Klosterman. And it's first down, 10 yards to go to the 21-yard line. Big running play there. 10.5 left in the opening half. And snap back to, again, Aiden. And carrying the football is Aiden Klosterman. Right side steps inside the 20. In between the 20 and 15-yard line, brought down there. And making the play is number 89 for Edco in Grady Mather. The junior tackle, 7-yard gain. Second down, 3 yards to go. We talk about the loss of Funk offensively. This also affects you on the defensive side.
Yeah, defensively, another strength for you in the secondary, being able to pick up those backs and to be able to make those late tackles.
Funk sitting all alone in the Edco sideline with what looks like ice on the left knee, so likely done tonight. Second down, 3 yards to go. Right back again. Aiden getting the exchange, brings it right side, goes inside the 10-yard line. Dawson Bergen down low, able to hang on, but not before he gets to the 10-yard line, and it's first and goal for Central City now.
Yeah, the first down there. They're just riding Klosterman there. He's doing a nice job of just running the ball, running hard, and getting those good gains.
So it's first down and goal, and Central City has done a variety of things this drive that started from inside their own territory. So first and goal, 9.5 and counting in our first half. Back to the jumbo set here with the Klosterman boys in the back. Matthew and Aiden, and they snap it back to Aiden. Matthew's going to lead block, left side, inside the 10, maybe to the 9. Better job by Edco up front defensively, and Price Rochford, one of the Vikings there, but they did a good job of closing down that running lane. Caden Cole really took away what was the right side of the Edco line defensively, the left side of the Central City line, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Yeah, nice job there just collapsing that so there was no room and no way to bounce it to the outside. So I think that's been a key too. Keep them inside the guards, but to be able to wrap them up when they do come to the line.
So second down and goal at the 9-yard line. Scoreboard says 8, but I think this is the 9-yard line. And again, the jumbo set. So it's second down and goal for Central City. And the direct snap goes to Aiden Klosterman. Fakes it to the right side, brings it left side. That's the weak side, but Edco stays there defensively and makes the play. Number 6 there for Edco in Chase Kirby. Brings him down at the 7. He had to stay there. He wasn't fooled by the misdirection to the weak side. Able to bring him down, and only a gain of a yard there. Third down and goal, though closer to the 7 now.
And nice job there by Chase Kirby wrapping him up. He's got that hand bandaged up. He must have done something last week, but still able to wrap and bring them to the ground.
So it's now third and goal for Central City. Hansen back in at quarterback. Greif is lined up as a wingback spot, and it's third down and goal. Direct snap, though, and to throw the football is Aiden Klosterman. Floats it up into the end zone. The pass is overshot. It fluttered into the end zone. Looking for Benton inside the end zone, just about 5 yards deep. He was covered by Bergen. No chance for either of them. It is incomplete, and it's now fourth and goal. A halfback option play for Central City comes up short.
Yeah, just a different look there. They've been hiking it to Klosterman, and he's been running it. He looks to pass here, but not able to get that completion. Brings up fourth down, so Vikings doing a nice job of stopping this drive. They got one more play to try to hold them out of the end zone.
Bergen did a nice job of reading that. Wasn't fooled on the halfback option play. 4th and 7. Slant play left side. Caught by Lucas Greif at the 5. Nice open field tackle by Stagger. Brings him down short of the 5-yard line. They just ran a quick curl to that far side. One-on-one, and having to make that play with Stagger. They stop him on downs inside the 10. A big defensive stand.
Yeah, huge stop there and a nice tackle in the open field, but ran that slant pattern. It wasn't there right away. Then they went to it and not able to push that across, but putting the Vikings deep in their own territory, but a huge stop for the Viking
Greif
defense.
caught it left side, and it gives him the option. He can either spin to the inside or try to spin away, but again, good one-on-one coverage. The Vikings get a stop. However, they take over at their own 6-yard line with 7:59 left in our half. 6-0 Central City in the lead.
They got a long ways to go here, but I think the defensive stop is huge just from a confidence builder, a momentum booster. Hopefully they can get some first downs here, move the ball down the field, and get some positives here as they go here deep into the second quarter.
Another score to pass along late in the first quarter. Southwind leads Clayton Ridge 24-0. As that game is yet to get to the end of the first quarter. A Southwind team looking to bounce back. That is a physical Southwind team. First down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Back to Price Rochford. Rochford brings it up the middle. A couple of yards there as he's able to get to the 10-yard line. Leans ahead to the 11-yard line. Hard-fought 6 yards right at the heart of Central City's defense. Second down, 4 yards to go. So that is one thing that might be a little bit different. Edco can go power football with Price Rochford a little more. And he can, again, go 30 times up the middle if they need him to.
They can, but it really changes their dynamic. They go from a spread, throw the ball to spread them out, but try to run it up the middle with some power.
So it's second down, 3 yards to go, a 7-yard pickup by Rochford on that play. But it means that you really have to put together the blocking up front to get that stop.
Winning the wars in the trenches, blocking up front is going to become huge now with the loss of Funk and a change in philosophy.
Bergen in motion from left to right. They snap it back. Rochford right side. And again, Central City stops the play before he could get to the right side. Up front was number 79, Braxton Davis on the defensive line, and that's where we're talking about. In between the trenches, there's no gain there, and it's 3rd and 3 for the Vikings, maybe a loss of a yard.
Well, and you can see Central City shooting those gaps. They're watching what Edco's doing as far as their blocking scheme, and they're just coming across those slant blocks and getting into that backfield before Rochford has a chance to get into that secondary and get those gains.
So it's now 3rd down and short, but a manageable situation for Edco. Rochford works out of pistol formation, 2 receivers there in the slot on the right side, 1 at wing back, 1 in the slot, and they snap it back. Rochford to throw the football, rolling out right side, hit by Benton, drop for a loss. Nobody blocked Benton from the weak side, and he crashes in from the right when Rochford stopped, drop for a loss inside the 10, down at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, just a huge stop. He tried to plant there and looking to throw the ball, and nothing going, nowhere to run with it, a big loss. Edco's going to have to punt this thing away.
And Central City is going to get great field position halfway through the second quarter. At the 35-yard line, they are back to receive in Lucas Greif. So Rochford will have to punt the football away. Edco, after taking over inside their own 10-yard line, it's 3 and out. So Rochford stands back, gets the snap at the goal line. Quick snap, almost blocked, but got out of there. A nice high booming kick. Greif fumbles it at the 40, kicks it ahead, but picks it up on the bounce at the 30 and brings it near side where he is leveled inside the 20-yard line by Oberbrockling and knocked out of bounds. Greif kicked it ahead, picked it up on the roll, which gave him a running start. An extra 10 yards, too. And it's 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line where they take over inside the 20-yard line, rather, on a nice return by Greif after the muff.
And that ball was just a wobbling in the air, and he tried to catch it, bounced right at his feet, and kicked forward. There was a Viking in the area, but Greif able to pick that thing right up and run in stride. They've got great field position.
Yeah, the Vikings were down there blocking, but their player had been blocked out of the play, so didn't have a chance to get at it. So 1st down, 10 yards to go, and now Central City wants a timeout. 5:42 left in the half. Wildcats in business. They lead 6-0. Let's take this break.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, Northeast Iowa's premier Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana dealer, Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Quillen's Quality Food, serving Northeast Iowa, and by Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. So a timeout taken, and again, it is 1st down, 10 yards to go. Central City using that timeout. Direct snap, Matthew Klosterman out of that Wildcat formation, brings it inside the 20, middle of the field, down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup on 1st down. Another score, South Wind leads Clayton Ridge now 32-0 in the second quarter. We'll continue to keep you up to date. Meanwhile, quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Back to Hansen to throw the football. Looking right side, throws a dart. It is caught by Benton. Benton goes inside the 5. Touchdown, got it. Hansen with a strike on the tight end dragger on the left side. And hauling it in is Benton. It's a 14-yard scoring pass. And Edco now trails 14-0. Central City in the lead.
Yeah, just zipped it in there. Hansen just gave it everything he could, and I don't know if he could have gotten a hand on that or not, but nice catch there by Benton, and good holding on to that for the touchdown, extend the lead for the Wildcats.
Hansen threw a dart that time to Benton. So here is your conversion opportunity for Central City. It's actually 12-0. They'll try to make it 14-0 here after that completed pass. So here's the snap back to Hansen, rolling out to the left. He's got a blocker, trying to go inside the left pylon, lowers his head, gets in for the conversion run on the far side. So with 5:13 left in the half, it's now 14-0. Central City in the lead. You're listening to Viking football from KCTN Sports.
I should have moved over for that utility van.
I should have slowed down for that bucket truck.
I should have slowed down and moved over for that maintenance vehicle.
I should have known the law.
Did you know that in the state of Iowa, motorists are required by law to move over or slow down when approaching any stationary vehicle that has its flashing lights activated, including utility trucks and maintenance vehicles? Failing to do so can result in fines or the loss of your driver's license. So when you see flashing lights, move over or slow down, preferably both. It's the law, and it might just save a life. This safety message brought to you by Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
So again, our score, 14-0. Hansen, 14-yard touchdown pass to Benton. Hansen's run puts them up by 2 scores at 14-0 with 5:13 left in our first half. Again, South Wind leading Clayton Ridge 32-0 in the second quarter. East Buchanan leading Starmont 14-0 in the second quarter. We'll continue to keep you up to date, get you an MFL Marmac and a North Fayette Valley Postville score in just a bit. Meanwhile, to launch it away here is Hanson for Central City. And Hanson, a good high kick. Bergen goes back, fields it just outside the goal line at the 1-yard line. Brings it up right side. He's out to the 15-yard line, still on his feet. He's across the 20-yard line, brings it back on that right hash mark to the 30-yard line. 28-yard return by Dawson Bergen. First down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings at their own 28-yard line.
And we talk about Funk being on the sidelines, but they have a lot of weapons on the field, and Bergen's one of those. You know, a couple more blocks, all of a sudden, he's gone in there. He's got the speed to pull away from him. So I look to see him get more involved with this, maybe some runs, look to throw the ball a little bit if they can give Rochford time to throw.
So again, the Vikings, you kind of have to reinvent who you are on the fly. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 28-yard line. Another score. North Fayette Valley leads Postville at the end of one, 34-0. Meanwhile, Vikings trailing 14-0. First down, 10 yards to go. Back to Rochford. Quick hit play right side. It is caught. Far sideline area, then fumbled by Cole, but I believe they're going to say forward progress was stopped. Central City recovers the football with Benton, but he is stopped in his tracks. Forward progress start. Quick curl route to the outside. Cole catch and drop. It's a 7-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, nice gain there. A good pass by Rochford. Something simple, something easy to complete to get that momentum, and Cole holds on long enough to get that first or get that to gain.
And you see Funk on the sideline trying to walk on the sideline now, but certainly there's a hitch in that giddy up, and it's second down, 3 yards to go. Short situation for Edco, just short of midfield. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And they snap it back to Rochford. Rochford looks over. Now he's going to run the football. Makes one defender miss. He's inside Central City territory. Spins ahead. Down to the 38-yard line. Still running hard. Breaks another tackle. He's inside the 35-yard line all the way down to the 31-yard line. Finally brought down by Lucas Greif and a couple of other Central City Wildcat defenders. But Price running hard for first down yardage.
Yeah, great run there. Nice job spinning out of a tackle, running through another tackle, about a 12-yard gain for Rochford. That's what he's good at, is that power football up the middle.
You got to bring him down low because he's a big, strong kid.
He's a big, strong kid, low to the ground and got those great lower body muscles. And when he gets to the open, he can pull away, but he's going to run you over to get there first.
Inside 4 minutes left in our first half. Coming up at the half, we'll talk with Edgewood Colesburg cross-country coach Mike Luchin. He'll be our halftime guest tonight. Meanwhile, 14-0, Vikings trail. First down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback draw and faking the run and throwing an interception is Rochford. It is picked off by Matthew Klosterman, and it's a pick six. Klosterman brings it down inside the 30, 20, 10, gone, touchdown, got it. An interception return that goes 52 yards. The slant was there, but Klosterman jumped the route, and Matthew Klosterman gives a pick six to the Wildcats. They lead 20-0.
And that was just a second thought by Rochford. He was going to run it, and he saw an opening, and he was read really, really well by Klosterman, and he stepped right in front of that thing, and there was nothing between him and the goal. He just took off, turned on the jets. Nice read by him.
A little indecision. He stepped in that time, looking like he was going to run, and then would have looked like he saw a receiver on the slant, but the ball had to be delivered earlier. And the other number 22 identified it. Matthew Klosterman jumped that passing route there, the sophomore linebacker for Central City, and now they try to go up by 22 points, now leading 20-0. So here's your conversion with 3:32 to go. Back to Matthew Klosterman. Brings it left side. Aiden Klosterman to block for him. They bring it in left side. No word yet. He is stopped short. Good job by the Vikings denying the conversion. But with 3:32 to go in the half, big defensive play for Central City. They lead 20-0. Let's take this break.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Carr Auto Group.
Alpine Communications.
So a big play once again for Central City defensively. Jumping that pass route was Matthew Klosterman, 52-yard interception return. The conversion run fails, but it's now a 3-score game with a score 20-0. Once again, Central City in the lead.
Yeah, just a huge defensive boost for the Wildcats, and another devastating blow to the Vikings. They're going to have to regroup again.
And again, you've got time to work with here to get a score on. The good news is you were moving the football there. So Hansen launches it away. Bergen has it bounce right up to him at the 5-yard line. Brings it left side, now towards the middle of the field. At the 15-yard line, he will not get back to the 20. Outstanding special teams coverage. Bergen was looking to pick and choose. There's a flag that comes on the backside, and this is downfield from the 40-yard line. Our official threw that 10 yards down the field towards the line of play. We may have had some blocking or extracurricular activities going on away from the play, but it's first down, 10 yards to go for Edco as they try to answer now.
Yeah, they're going to talk this over. The officials are going to talk this over, but Bergen does a nice job of picking and choosing and finding his holes, but good job by Central City of plugging those, not giving him a chance to find that hole.
So if this penalty is against Central City, and this the talk continues, they are going to wave off that flag. So the officials did a good job conversing, because it looked like that as far as this field, the throw was from farther away, that there may have been something extra going on. But the officials got together, talked things through, and said, no, everything looks good. Let's go from here.
Pick up the flag, and Edco here starting on their own 16-yard line. Plenty of time to work with. They've been moving the ball. Just need to make some smart decisions here and big gain or small gains enough to move the flags.
You have a couple of timeouts to work with, 3 actually. First down, 10 yards to go, and you have 3 guys in the backfield here and 1 receiver to the left. And before we get going, there is time taken by Edco defensively, or offensively, I should say. So timeout taken here as they were unsure of the formation. Let's take this quick break. It is 20-0, Central City in the lead.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
So Edco now has 2 timeouts to work with, but again, they were a little unsure of the formation. 3 guys in the backfield. Now it's Rochford, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and Bergen goes in motion. They get the snap, and Rochford brings it up the middle. Not much. Again, Matthew Klosterman, Benton, who has been a beast for Central City, the first one to greet him in the hole. It's no gain. Second down and 10 yards to go.
Yeah, a little motion there. Maybe get the defense thinking something different, but Rochford just trying to bring it up the middle. I think lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage on that one. Nice job penetrating by the Wildcat defense.
And the one thing you don't want to do here is give Central City the ball back. They will get the ball to start the second half. So you don't want it to end with Central City in this first half getting an opportunity to score, then getting the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, you want to keep their defense on the field as long as you can. A score would be huge for the Vikings.
Yep, get it back within 2 scores. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And it's second down, 10 yards to go from their own 16-yard line. Snap back to Rochford. Rochford now flushed out of the pocket, looking to run, hit in the backfield, but he's going to at least get some forward yardage. Short of the 20-yard line, pushed ahead. Number 79 chasing him down in Braxton Davis from behind, but they pick up 3 yards on that. It's third down, 7 yards to go. Looked like it was going to be trouble from the start, but some positive yardage.
And I think that was just good coverage by the secondary for Central City, because that play looked like it was coming to the left side, and Rochford just had to tuck and run to the right because of the good coverage.
So now third down and 7 yards to go. A long situation. Inside 2 minutes left here in our second quarter. So the Vikings need to convert here. This third and long situation. They have to get just outside the 27-yard line for first down. So third down, 3 receivers to the left and 1 receiver to the right in single coverage. And here's the snap to Rochford. Rochford rolling out to the left, being chased by Benton, throws it on the line, looking for Bergen, and it's caught! Bergen's by his defender down the near sideline, inside the 30, down to the 20. Bergen got by the secondary. Greif tried to close in late from the safety spot, not in time. Laid out well by Rochford, and Bergen brings it down to the 21-yard line. The big play the Vikings were hoping for.
Yeah, 39-yard gain there. Nice catch by Bergen, and he had a lot of green in front of him. Just barely got caught, but that was a huge flip of the field. Gets the yard markers moving, gets some momentum for the Vikings, and a completion for Bryce Rochford.
So we're now inside 90 seconds left. The Vikings have plenty of time to work with. 2 timeouts, needing a big play, and they just got it. First down, 10 yards to go. 3 receivers to the right. Bergen comes in as an end on the left side. Keep an eye on that. Rochford alone in the backfield. First down, 10 yards to go. Rochford fakes the throw, going to step up the middle. Not much. Again. The other number 22, Matthew Klosterman, meets him there, and a host of other Wildcats, including number 32 as well. In Arwen Betzer, it's no gain, probably a loss of a yard. Second down, 11 yards to go. 58 seconds left in our half, and Edco will use their second timeout.
Yeah, good timeout here. No gain on that play. They want to preserve the clock. They've got some good field position now. Make sure everybody's on the same page, know what we're doing. Little different formation that time, but I think it was read well by the Wildcats.
All right, again, let's update you on the scores while we have a chance. We expect to get you an MFL Marmac score in just a bit, but North Fayette Valley leads Postville 34-0 at the end of 1. Southwind leads Clayton Ridge 32-0 in the second quarter. East Buchanan leading Starmont 14-0. And again, we'll get you an MFL Marmac Osage score in just a bit. Vikings second down, 11 yards to go from their own 22-yard line. Couple of draw plays they've run that Central City's defense better the last couple of times, but the Vikings certainly a scoring opportunity here.
Well, and I think all the focus on the run with Rochford in the backfield, that really opened up that pass play. So they thought, well, we got that pass play, get the defense backed up a little bit, thinking about that pass. Let's try to go back to that run. But good read by the guys up front for Central City. They've been doing a nice job all night long trying to stop the run. We'll see what Coach Rochford has dialed up here for the second down.
I thought
play.
Initially that you saw Bergen at an end spot, that maybe they would try to slide him downfield, fake the block, then send him deep. Meanwhile, second down, 11 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, and on second and 11, Rochford's going to bring it left side inside the 20-yard line, and he bounces inside the 15. They push the pile ahead to the 10-yard line, but that's enough for first down yardage. Davis downfield making the stop. It's first and goal for Edco. The clock stops with 50 seconds to go. You're not at the panic stage yet, but it's first and goal right now for Edco.
Yeah, first and goal. Great run there by Rochford. So nice job getting that first down, getting them within, striking range here. They need to capitalize and punch this in.
So the clock continues to move as we approach 30 seconds left here in the quarter. And it's first down and goal from the 10-yard line. Rochford to throw the football. Stepping up, looking to throw, hit in the backfield, makes a defender miss, now bounces to the left side. He's down to the 10, inside the 5, and tackled there at the 4. Number 25, Luke Birds, makes the stop along with Matthew Klosterman. 17 seconds to go. They're down to the 4-yard line, and the Vikings use their final timeout with 17 seconds to go, and it's going to be now second down and goal here. Actually, from the 4-yard line, it's going to be third down and goal.
Yeah, third down. No, he gained that first down, so it should be second down here, but it doesn't matter. They're going to have to punch this in because they're going to run out of time anyway.
So second down and goal from the 4-yard line. The first down was at the 10-yard line, and it is second down and goal. You're right, at the 4-yard line there. All right, so let's talk about for Edco. You've got 2 plays. You can still run a play here in this situation where you can still run the ball, but you better have another play ready to go quickly.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're dialing up 2 plays right here, hoping to score in the first one, obviously. They're going to dial something up, something to the edge, so if you don't get it, maybe you get out of bounds, get the clock stopped so you can run that other play. But I think if they do anything up the middle and it's stopped fairly quickly, they got to get lined up and be ready to run that second play. Otherwise, they're going to run out of time.
All right, at the end of the first quarter, Osage leads MFL Marmac 14-0 at the end of 1. MFL Marmac with another brutal test tonight and on the road at, once again, Osage. Second down and goal. They're at the 3-yard line here. Officially, we'll call it the 4. And you have Rochford continuing to run out of Wildcat, staggering the backfield as a wingback. They snap it back. Rochford looking for a jump ball into the end zone. There's contact and a flag thrown. They were looking right side, and I believe one-on-one, looking on the far side for number 85 in Miller.
Is that Miller or is that 20, Caden Cole?
Caden Cole is who it is. The pass is incomplete, but contact by Nolan Gates defensively when that ball was thrown up on the jump ball, and it's going to move it half the distance to the goal. Pass interference in the end zone. Cole had no chance for that in the far corner of the end zone.
Yeah, he was taken out of the play right away. As soon as Rochford let go of that, he was knocked to the ground. So Edco's going to get a play here from the 2. So again, you still have options. You've got time, but you need to have something dialed up ready to go and try to get into that.
And remember, it's still second down. So second down and goal at the 2-yard line. 12 seconds left here in our first half. So that play ran all of 5 seconds. Cole is lined up as a receiver to the right, Bergen to the left. Second down and goal at the 2-yard line. Back to, again, Rochford. Slant play to Cole. Overshot. Slant play just inside the right hash mark numbers. Cole went up for it there. Had the inside step on his defender, but could not haul it down. Too high, too hot to handle. And it's third and goal for the Vikings. 8 seconds left in the half.
And are you thinking that maybe Rochford's going, okay, they're expecting us to run it from the 2. We got a couple of shots. We can throw that slant. We can throw that pass to the corner. But I think third down and 2, 8 seconds to go. We got to put the ball on the ground and try to pound this in and put some points on the board before halftime for the Vikings.
On that last play, Cole had his man sealed on the inside, so that was set right. But the pass just too high and too hot to handle. So here's third and goal. Same formation from the 2-yard line. Receiver split left and right. Back to Rochford. Slant play again to Cole. Brings it down. Cole bobbles it. Hugs it in for the touchdown. So Cole catches it on a 2-yard slant play off the right side. High on the first one. Right on the numbers on that one. And the Vikings get a much-needed score with 2 seconds left here in the half. Back within 20-6.
And went back to that same play. Cole did a nice job again, sealing off that guy, getting to the middle of the field, and a much better pass there by Rochford. Hit him right on the numbers. Great to put points on the board. Now they're looking to add on the extra 2.
Love the fact they went right back to that play. Receiver split left and right. Here's your conversion attempt for Edco. They snap it back to Rochford. Rochford slant play left side this time to Bergen, but it's knocked away from behind defensively. Aiden Klosterman getting there, knocking the ball through the hands of Bergen. Incomplete on the slant to the left side. The conversion fails. So with 2.3 seconds to go, the Vikings with their best drive of the night. It's a 2-yard touchdown pass there. Price Rochford hooking up with Caden Cole. Though the conversion fails, the Vikings get what they needed.
Yeah, pay dirt is what they needed on that, and a nice job manufacturing, points, getting them on the board. They know that Central City is going to get the ball to start the second half, so they needed those points to get this within 2 scores. I assume here we'll see some kind of squib kick to get that clock running so Central City can't run any kind of offensive play.
All right, another score to pass along. East Buchanan now leads Starmont 30-0. That game is at the half. So lots of shutouts being thrown so far in the scores we have from across our area tonight. Edco is on the board here. Now 20-6, 2.3 seconds to go. I think you squib it ahead, get to the half, and the Vikings will have some time here to adjust to what they want to do defensively.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a lot of halftime adjustments here, figure out how we're going to do this, how we're going to attack things offensively, what adjustments we need to make, and they've seen a lot out of Central City, so now they know how to make some changes defensively as well. Coach Hanna will have to tackle that at halftime.
And again, at the half, we'll talk with Edco cross-country coach Mike Luchin, get an update on the girls and boys program. Cross-country season well underway, and I know Starmont has their meet coming up next week. I think Central has a meet coming up next week as well.
Nope, both of them have meets. I think they're both on Thursdays. Yep. So a couple of big meets in the area coming up this week.
North Fayette Valley had theirs last night. Edco went to Union last night. Coach Luchin will talk about that meet and what's coming up for his team. Meanwhile, Price Rochford to kick it away from the 30-yard line as we look to end our first half here in Central City. So Rochford from the 30-yard line. Central City has everybody up at the 20. It's a squib kick, an onside kick, but it's fielded there and taking a knee and going down low to catch it is the up back in number 81 for Central City, Kinnick Weiss. And he's able to just fall down on it at the 38-yard line. 0.3 actually went off the clock. So Central City is going to get a playoff here at the 38-yard line. They may take a shot here deep with Hansen.
Oh, I guarantee they're going to take a shot. Hansen, he already had his helmet on the sideline. He said, we're going in for half. He's going to go in there and chuck one of these. I assume both Klostermans are going to be out on routes. They're going to look for one of those two and see what they can do here. Maybe get a pass interference try to get an extra play. You never know what happens on this.
I think what Edco was hoping on that kick was that it was going to go by the first line. It was going to go by the first line of defense there, go back to the second line where maybe a few more seconds right off the clock.
Either that or maybe hit somebody and just get that clock running, but it didn't.
All right, so Hansen with the receiver to the left, and he's going to drop back and have a chance here. He's looking long, looking for Greif down at the 10-yard line, but it is well overshot. He's got the arm, got it to the end zone, but Greif had stopped, and again, he was overshot as the up-and-out route was long and incomplete, and that's how the first half comes to an end. Edco getting a much-needed score right before the half, right back into it. Central City 20, Edco 6. We're at the half. When we return, our halftime interview, first half stats, and more. You're listening to Edco Football from KCTN Sports.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all of your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt, Steve,
Carol, Josie,
at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Ray's Excavating, Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood, James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Our halftime guest tonight, we're joined by Edgewood Colesburg cross-country coach Mike Luchin. Coach, let's start last night. You guys ran at Union. I know you had a couple of girls placed in the top 20. How'd things go for you there?
I thought we ran really well. Probably our best team performance of the year. Ellie Kirby and Brooke Amling both were able to finish in the top 20. Ellie actually set a PR by 3 seconds. Skylar Meyer, Miley Walls, and Claire Alvis completed the team points for the night, and we were able to finish 5th at the meet, which is really nice for us. We're coming along nicely at this point in the year.
Yeah, good positive there. All right, let's talk about the boys' team. How'd things go last night?
The boys finished 7th. We're extremely young this year. Dakota Hammond's our oldest. He's a junior, so we have no seniors on the team. We, in fact, lost every one of our varsity runners, all 7 that ran the district meet last year, 6 to graduation, and 1 moved away. So we're starting completely over. So it's a big-time learning curve, but all 6 of them are running really well. I mentioned Dakota already, but we also have sophomores Kyler Cole and Roberto Resende, and 3 freshmen round off the team, Billy Hoffman, McCoy Olin, and Cale Helmer.
All right.
Helmer.
Yeah, so good things happening there. All right, let's talk a little bit now about what's coming up for you guys next week.
We're at Starmont on Tuesday night. It's a big meet, probably our biggest all year in terms of like team-wise. Really good competition. 2A, 3A schools are there, some 1A schools. It's one of those meets where you use it as a measuring stick on where you're at this point of the year. Really looking forward to seeing where Ellie and Brooke sit in the area among the 1A runners. So really good competition at Starmont.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about to this point of the season. Do you like the progress you guys have made so far?
Yes, I do. I think we're working really hard in practice. We're learning. That's the big thing this year. Is so much learning has to go on because we're so young. Have to learn what it's like to run a 5K. Not just physically but mentally. I think the mental part is what we're really working on the most this year.
All right. Now, obviously, the Tri-Rivers Conference. Give us kind of a preview there of the Tri-Rivers Conference meet as we look ahead.
Ooh, boy. The Steinis girl from Cal Wheat is, she won state 3,200 in track. She was the defending state 5A or 5K champ in cross country. She's only a sophomore this year. She's a phenomenal runner. She's probably going to be the best in terms of the individuals. On the girls' side, I think North Lynn should be considered the team favorite, but there's going to be some strong competition from other teams in the conference as well. And then on the boys' side, it's probably Maquoketa Valley, but Charlie Syke from Starmont's going to be the tough individual to beat over there. And Alburnette's got a really good young team that's up and coming, and they could surprise by the end of the year.
All right, so what do you want to see out of your girls and boys teams in the Tri-Rivers meet as we get ahead? What's kind of the goal there?
I just want to keep seeing us improve, keep getting better each and every meet, and then at the end of the year, I'll have a better feel of where we should be, but boy, I'd like to see at least one of the teams fighting to be in the top half of the conference.
All right, sounds good. Coach, thanks for joining us here at the half, and good luck to you guys.
Hey, thanks.
Edgewood Colesburg cross-country coach Micah Luchin, our halftime guest.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa-themed and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beers. Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store joins Perk Central at 7 Goethe Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's Green Acre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit Real Farmers, Real Food, RealMeat.com.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Welterland Motors in Edgewood, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, Bloom's Flowers, Gifts and More in Edgewood, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Clayton County Recycling of Monona.
Welcome back once again to Central City. 20-6 is our score. Central City leading Edco. Let's update you on other scores. Southwind leads Clayton Ridge at the half, 46-6. North Fayette Valley leads Postville in the second quarter, just underway there, 34-0. We expect another update there. East Buchanan leads Starmont, that is 30-0 at the half. And MFL Marmac has scored in the second quarter against Osage, and it is now 14-8, the score of that ball game there. Central City has a defensive touchdown in this ball game. Klosterman scored on an 11-yard run. You had a 14-yard pass from Hansen to Benton. Klosterman had the big interception, which was a 52-yard interception return that made it 20-0. But the Vikings, now playing without their starting quarterback, Cale Funk, they were able to put together a drive. Price Rochford, nice job running the offense. 2-yard touchdown pass there. They hooked up with Cole. Conversion run failed, but the Vikings get that score before the half, and it's 20-6, Central City in the lead.
Yeah, I think that was key for the Vikings, is to get that score, knowing Central City is going to get the ball to start the second half.
Let's go through the totals, and let's start with Central City first off offensively.
Offensively, Aiden Klosterman's got 12 carries, 85 yards. He's got that 9-yard touchdown run. Jaden Hansen, 3 carries, 22 yards, 1 carry for Christopher Grief. For 17 yards, 2 carries for Matthew Klosterman, 9 yards. They've got 18 carries, 133 yards rushing on the ground. Jaden Hansen has 4 completions on 8 attempts for 33 yards. Aiden Klosterman had that 1 attempt as well. So they've got 4 completions on 9 attempts, 33 yards. Grief has 2 catches for 12 yards. Aiden Klosterman 1 catch for 7 yards. Benton 1 catch for 14 yards.
All right, despite the fact they're down 20-6, I think Edco pleased with what they've done defensively. I mean, they gave up the defensive touchdown, obviously, and that's on the offense there on that pick 6. But defensively, Central City has had to really work to manufacture their 2 drives.
They have. They've had to, have meticulous drives, march the ball down the field, and something that gives kudos to the Edco defense. They haven't been able to stop them, but they definitely slowed them down, took them out of what they wanted.
Let's go to the totals now for Edgewood Colesburg, as again, they've had to remake their offense.
Yeah, they've had to kind of regroup here. They've got 15 carries on the ground, 58 yards. Funk has 6 carries, 32 yards. Rochford's got 9 carries, 26 yards. That's their rushing game for the first half. Funk, before he got hurt, was 3 for 5, 18 yards. Price Rochford is 4 for 7 for 57 yards. So overall 7 for 12, 75 yards. Rochford does have that 1 touchdown pass, 2 yards to Caden Cole, and then that 1 interception. Dawson Bergen leading them for receiving, 4 catches, 70 yards. Cole, 2 catches, 10 yards. Steger had that 1 catch for a loss of 5.
All right, so at the half, it is 20-6, Central City in the lead. We'll take a break. When we return, get you caught up to date on some more scores. Here's another update. North Fayette Valley leads Postville 54-0 at the half. We'll be back with second half action, and we'll update you on all the scores when we continue after this.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be. Check us out online at 4browns.com.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Top Gun Collision Center knows hunting season is over, but the deer still have a lot of tags to fill. If you've been tagged by anything, pull into the stoplight at Top Gun. That's it. Bob and his technicians have over 35 years experience and will handle everything. We write the estimate, take photos, and follow the factory engineered repaired procedures to fix your vehicle quickly and, most important, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. While you're there, ask Bob about his community and veteran discount program. Call Bob at 563-964-9899. That's 563-964-9899.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, Northeast Iowa's premier Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana dealer, Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Quillen's Quality Food, serving Northeast Iowa, and by Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Welcome back once again to Central City at the half, 20-6. Central City leads Edgewood Colesburg. Let's update you on all the games that are going on right now. North Fayette Valley doing what you thought maybe they would do to Postville tonight. An undermanned Postville team playing up a class. North Fayette Valley ranked in the top 10 in Class 2A. They lead Postville 54-0 at the half. Also tonight, Southwind leads Clayton Ridge at the half 46-6, and that's an impressive bounce-back performance for Southwind with that wishbone offense they love.
Yeah, that offense is something that you have to prepare for, running that triple threat out of the wishbone, and Clayton Ridge right now kind of getting run over by that down by 40.
And the Clayton Ridge team that, again, will get healthier, but they know that a young team up front, so it's some growing pains for them right now. They certainly have some better competition that they will face down the line as far as opportunities to win ball games. East Buchanan leading Starmont 30-0. A lot of folks feel that in that Class A District 4, that EB may be the team to beat in that district.
They might be, and Starmont had a better game last week bouncing back, but this is a big, tall order in East Buck. A physical team, likes to run the ball.
And MFL Marmac has scored in the second quarter at Osage, and it's 14-8 in the second quarter of that ball game. Osage leading MFL Marmac right now. We'll continue to keep you up to date on that ball game. So let's talk a little bit here about next week. Edco has a bye week, which, regardless of what happens here, may not be so bad because Cale Funk is out of this ball game here, and now your concern is how long you'll have to play without him.
Yeah, they lost a couple of games, teams that couldn't field varsity teams. Central couldn't field a varsity team. Calamus Wheatland, they couldn't find anybody next week. So they're looking 2 weeks down the road. They play West Central, who going in tonight was 3-0. They've got a game tonight, a game next week. They could be 5-0 coming into Edgewood. That could be a really big test for Edco, after they've regrouped for a week.
And how about West Central being ranked in the 8-man poll at the number 9 spot? So they have had a turnaround season so far. Still a lot of football to be played. So Edco, again, has the bye week next week. And then as far as schedule-wise, again, you mentioned West Central, but they've got to go to Keyhigh, hosting Easton Valley, and Midland is how they go the final 4 weeks of the season for Edco, only playing 7 games. Central City leading 20-6 right now. If you look ahead, they go to Midland next week, which could be a big ball game.
That could be a big ball game, depending on what goes on here. And then, of course, after that, Easton Valley, who everybody sees as the favorite.
All right, Edco to kick off here as we're ready to start the second half. They trail 20-6, but the Vikings defensively got to keep them in the ball game. Get a stop here to start the second half. Rochford line drive kick, fielded by the up back in number 52, Nolan Gates, who brings it right up the middle of the field. He's across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Nice return by Gates. 12-yard return, first down, 10 yards to go at their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle. I think Rochford in on that tackle, so kicks it off and goes and knocks him down. So Central City going to start right at midfield here. Big test for the Edco defense here. They need to get a stop and get some momentum back for the Vikings.
And they're at their own 32-yard line. Edco now under the direction of Price Rochford running the quarterback spot. But defensively, again, you've got to make Central City here take away something at this point. And they go with the jumbo package. First down, 10 yards to go. Direct snap back there to Aiden Klosterman. Brings it up the middle. He's to the 35-yard line. They push the pile ahead to the 38-yard line. Picks up about 5 yards.
We thank the folks that are watching us on our YouTube channel tonight. And if you are interested in video streaming this ball game, go to KCTN, our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com, type in KCTN FM 100, and you'll find us somewhere on that link.
Yeah, the live stream's going well. Thank you to those joining us. I said hello to them earlier. So, beautiful night for football. Maybe all the people are here instead of watching us at home.
Second down, 5 yards to go at the own 38-yard line. And a direct snap once again, and it is once again Aiden Klosterman. Brings it left side now, gets to midfield, tackled there at the 40-yard line. Price Rochford in that area, pickup of about 3. It is going to be third down here at about 3 yards to go. So Central City able to run jumbo, then you bring in Hansen, and he's a threat to run or throw the football. He's got a touchdown pass in this ball game, which he delivered well. Well, they've got a nice package offensively.
Such a weapon, but getting kind of dinged early in this game, they've been able to do some things without him on the field, even though when he comes on there, gives him a very different dynamic.
This is a third and short situation. Third down, 2 yards to go. Direct snap to the fullback, and that's number 44, Christopher Greif, very near a first down marker, which is just inside Edco territory at the 38-yard line. They are going to say it's enough for first down yardage. So they've run that a couple of times, a direct snap to the fullback, and picked up positive yardage.
Well, and that's that spin back look, that jumbo package, and the guy in the back, the deep back, still fakes like he's getting that and hands off or spins. So those defenders on the edges are really watching and keying on him, not realizing the fullback already has it and is into the secondary.
So 90 seconds into our third quarter, and now Central City is inside Edco territory, and they continue without a receiver here. You've got that, again, jumbo formation. They snap it back. This time it's Matthew Klosterman, the deep back. He brings it left side inside the 35-yard line, and he's down to the 37-yard line. Just ran off left side. That's the left end spot. There's Rochford again making the play, but a solid 4, closer to 5-yard pickup for Central City on first down.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to matter who's running the ball in the backfield. They're gaining 4 or 5 yards every time and putting together a nice drive here to start the second half.
Yeah, right now it's just power football. They've decided the second half, we're going to lacing up the old chin straps here. We're going to run right at you.
Well, with Funk not in there, he makes a lot of tackles for him. Rochford playing a lot of offense for him. He's kind of going to get tired. They're going to really pound the ball.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Back to Aiden Klosterman, left side, and again just brings it inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. So they have run well to the left. Third down, it's short, closer to about 1.5 yards to go, but a third and short situation. And the way this offense moving right now, it's been 3-4 yards a shot.
Yeah, this is reminiscent of what we talked about going on in East Buchanan, running that wishbone kind of in that formation out of an 8-man formation and just power the ball up the middle between the guards and just getting good gains.
You don't see this a lot in 8-man where it's Turkey Valley likes to run the ball at you, powerful.
Yep.
Third down and short. Closed formation, third down, and again back to Aiden Klosterman. Klosterman's got first down, almost breaks it as Stagger able to hang on and drag him ahead to the 22-yard line. So Stagger brings him down, but that's a 6-yard pickup on third and short. Good blocking up front, and Central City just powering their way down the field right now.
Yeah, just kind of invoking their will right here and saying, we're going to run it down your throat. You're going to have to stop us, and until you do, we're just going to keep pounding, and Jaden Hansen still warming up on the sidelines, but no need for him to come in and throw the ball right now.
He hasn't taken a snap here to start this drive. So first down, 10 yards to go to the 22-yard line. And here's the snap. This time the fullback, it's Lucas Greif. Couple of yards inside the 20, right at the heart of the Edco defense. He's down to the 16-yard line. That pile pushed out of there, ends up towards the left hash mark. But he picks up a solid 4 yards, closer to 5 on first down. 4 minutes this drive is old right now.
Yeah, it's just a show of will here of just we're going to power it, and they're doing a great job of just being an offensive force right now. Edco's on their heels trying to figure this out, trying to slow them down.
Yeah, it's patience right now because on those snaps, you again have the running backs able to kind of pick or choose where they're going to go.
Yeah, they're finding that hole, kind of sidestep into the right hole, and then just accelerating.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Inside the 20-yard line to the 16-yard line. Jumbo formation again. Snap it back to Aiden Klosterman. Nothing outside. Brings it back left side. Tripped up as he goes inside the 15-yard line. He had to counter it to the left. Nothing to the right. Better job by Edco, forcing the action back towards the linebackers. Oberbrockling and Harris make the play. Picks up only 2, but it's still 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and this is really resting on those linebackers. You mentioned Overbrockling, and we've got Kirby in there. Some of those guys up front, this is really a test of them, of what they can do, and can they slow down this Wildcat offense.
And you're talking about here that we're 5 minutes into our third quarter. They could end up using more than half the third quarter on this drive, really shorten the game up in a hurry.
And that would be frustrating for Edco not getting the ball until halfway through.
3rd and short, back to Matthew Klosterman, brings it left side, first down, breaks a tackle inside the 10, he's down to the 5 on the far side of the field. He had to bounce to the outside, but there was room there, and it's 1st and goal for Central City to the 5-yard line. 9-yard gain by Matthew Klosterman around left end.
Yeah, that was just bouncing it and keeping his feet moving to get those gains.
So this is a big boy drive right now for Central City. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. It's been all on the ground, and it's been 3 guys carrying the load, the Klosterman boys and Greif, the fullback. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Vikings need a big stop here. They stopped Central City once inside the 10-yard line in the first half. Can they do it again?
A turnover would be huge right here.
Here's the snap. Back to Matthew Klosterman. Brings it left side inside the 5. Gets through the first line. He's down to the 2-yard line, short of the goal line. He's down. The ball squirts out on that far sideline, but he's down inside the 2, close to the 1. And it's 2nd down and goal. And by the time they snap this, we're going to be halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, just an impressive drive here by Central City. Edco's just scraping at that ball, trying to get it to pop out of there to keep him out of the end zone. But this might be an inevitable one because they are knocking on the door at the 2-yard line.
They are down actually inside the 2, closer to the 1, just short of the goal line. This is maybe a half a yard. So 2nd down and goal, inside 6 minutes left here in our third quarter. And again, Central City comes up in that bunched formation in the Wildcat set. Direct snap back to Matthew Klosterman. Left side hit in the backfield. Spins ahead short of the goal line. Does not get in. Shooting the gap off the right side was Price Rochford. They're going to lose a yard. So he couldn't get to the edge. And it's 3rd and goal now back to the 2-yard line.
And big stop there by Rochford, shooting that gap, getting into the backfield. You know, we know they're going to run the ball again. They're going to continue with this power formation, but those linebackers stepping up for Edco, trying to stop this drive.
Yeah, they are thinking 2 plays for 2 yards. Yeah. The first time they've went backwards on this drive, and it's 3rd and goal to the 2-yard line here. So you have that set with Greif in at the fullback spot. 3rd down and goal. 5:10 left in our third quarter. Here's the snap. It goes back to Aiden Klosterman. Right side, hit at the goal line. Stop short. And Price Rochford there, but the first one back through was Cole, who hit him at the 2. He gets ahead to the 1, inside the 1, short of the goal line. He bounced actually over the goal line, but the ball landed short. And it's 4th and goal, really just outside the goal line for Central City.
Yeah, knocking right on the door. Nice stop there again by the Vikings. But they got a big 4th down right here.
So this drive is over 7 minutes and a half old, 7:30 plus, as they bring it up to the line of scrimmage. It is now 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Jumbo set once again. They go back to Greif, the fullback, hit in the backfield, trying to spin ahead. They say he's in. Touchdown, got it. They nudged in Greif from behind, and the fullback plunges over the goal line. What a drive by Central City. 7.5 minutes plus to start the third quarter, and they go back up by 3 scores at 26-6.
Yeah, just an impressive drive there, taking up half of this quarter and finally pounding it in. Edco tried to slow him down there. Just too physical up front, and nice finish there for the Wildcats.
And again, they just did it. 4-3-4, 5 yards a shot. Here's your conversion. Matthew Klosterman fakes the spin. He's looking to throw the football, looking for Benton, and the pass is knocked away on the far side into the end zone. Incomplete. The conversion fails. It's 26-6. Central City with an impressive drive. They lead. Let's take this break.
The Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic is a welcome addition to Northeast Iowa. Establish care with our skilled, relationship-based primary care providers, Dr. David Schwartz, Sue McMillan, Haley Ruff, or John Hawes. They specialize in every age and life stage and provide comprehensive care for your entire family. Make your appointment today at 568-5530. Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic. New clinic, more accessible care.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. from home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
So again, our score 26-6. An impressive drive by Central City. Greif on the 1-yard plunge. The conversion pass fails, but a 7.5 minute plus drive, and it's now 26-6. Central City extends their lead, but more importantly, man, that shortens up the game in a hurry, doesn't it?
It does. You know, we didn't think we'd get to a continuous clock, but man, that ran a lot of time.
Hansen finally in the field, kicks it away. Bergen fields it at the 2-yard line, brings it up the right sideline across the 20, and he steps across the 25-yard line. Nice return by Bergen on the far side, gets out to the 30-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go with a 20-point lead for Central City. All right, so if folks following us on the YouTube channel tonight, they can catch us on KCTN.com, click on the sports tab. We have our tech director, Jared Borman, pulling in extra duty tonight on this Friday night, huh?
Yeah, Friday night, getting that overtime pay.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Oh, there's pay involved? We didn't realize that. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 29-yard line. 4:04 left in our third quarter. Edco's first touch of this third quarter. Again, they have lost Cale Funk, who left this ball game with an injury, and that occurred late in the first quarter. 3 receivers to the left. Bryce Rochford is taken over at the quarterback spot for the Vikings. Gets the snap, looking to throw the football, throws it short. Sliding down in the middle of the field is Bergen. Catches it at the 32-yard line, down right there. Picks up 2 yards. Looking to maybe clear out, maybe find a little more space in the opening, but it's a completed pass. Second down, 7 yards to go.
Well, and I think for Rochford, who hasn't had a lot of time back there in the quarterback position, getting that completion, getting those gains, that's a positive for him right now.
Another score now. East Buchanan has scored in the second half, so they now have a moving clock, and they lead 38-0 over Starmont at the end of the third quarter. Meanwhile, second down, 7 yards to go for Edco. Their first possession of this third quarter. Back to Rochford. Slant play right side. Almost intercepted. Cole, the intended receiver, and going up and reaching up for it was Luke Birds, the linebacker, who dropped into coverage and almost palmed that ball there, able to knock it down. That would have been a spectacular catch.
That was an elevation right there for that young man to get up in the air, get a hand on it. Almost able to pull it in, just thrown a little too hard for him to receive it.
And it's again now 3rd and long for Edco. Boy, after a long drive, you don't want to have to give the ball right back there to Central City, already in control.
3 and out would be terrible right here for the Vikings.
26-6, the Vikings trail, but they have to convert this 3rd down 7 situation. Receiver split left and right. Rochford to throw the football, looking one-on-one. He's looking for Cole, has a step on his defender, catches it, hauls it in, and stumbles down at the 15-yard line. Now, Cole, a bit shaken up on the end of that play. Did he hang on to the ball? That's the question.
I think he did, but we've got a flag back here where they threw it, and we've got Cole slow to get up, so we've got a lot going on.
Yeah, Cole may have just kind of lost his the air out of himself as he came down hard. Spectacular play, hit in stride by Rochford. He did hang on to the football. However, it's all coming back. A holding penalty against the Vikings.
And that's just a killer for a team who needs a drive to continue. You know, a great catch by Cole there to go and get that ball, and he's being worked on the sideline. I think we got a cramp going on over there, so they're trying to stretch him out.
That's exactly what it is.
That ball's coming back, and we're going to back up 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it's 3rd and a long way.
He flew down the sideline and was by his defender a solid step and a half, hit in stride by Rochford, stumbled ahead inside the 15-yard line, but instead it all comes back, and it's 3rd down and 20 yards to go for the Vikings. So they needed a big play, and they are going to have to try to convert a 3rd and long. Back to Rochford. It's a draw play looking to run the football. Brings it right side, gets across the 25-yard line, short of first down, picks up 7. But it's going to be 4th down, 13 yards to go. And the Vikings are going to go 3 and out on their initial drive here to start the third quarter.
And that's got to be frustrating for Coach Rochford of dialing up the right play and a great catch by Caden Cole to hold on to that ball, but the hold brings it all back. They try to pick that back up, but 4th down deep in their own territory, they're going to have to punt this away.
All right, they have just went to the half, and Osage leads MFL Marmac 21-8 now at the half. That ball game at Osage. 4th down, 14 yards to go. The Vikings are going to punt it away. 2.5 and counting in our third quarter. Rochford stands back at the 20-yard line. Quick one-step drop, gets it out of there. Greif fields it, 22-yard line, brings it up the middle of the field. He's across the 30, 35-yard line. Makes a defender miss at the 40, inside Edco territory, just inside the numbers. Brings it down to the 38-yard line. So it ends up being a net of 13 yards. First down, 10 yards to go. Greif, 20-plus yards on that return.
Yeah, nice return there by Central City. Decent punt there by Price Rochford to try to flip the tables a little bit, but a good return by, was that number 21 on that return?
That is correct.
That was
there.
Lucas
Greif.
The other Greif.
44 is Christopher Greif.
Yep, Lucas
Got a couple of Greifs and a couple of Klostermans involved in a lot of the action tonight for Central City. But they take over in Edco territory and stay with that jumbo set. First down, 10 yards to go. Direct snap back right side, and breaking a tackle off the right side is Aiden Klosterman. Brings it inside the 30-yard line, right down to the numbers at the 25-yard line. And they pick up 12 yards on a solid first down play, now wearing down the Vikings up front.
Yeah, the Viking defense has been out here most of the second half. They were out there for a lot of the first half. They're going to get tired, and they're getting worn down right now. You can see it just kind of in their mannerisms.
As we mentioned, Central City, a little deeper team. I mean, again, they got 4 guys that only play both ways. So, and in the 8-man game, that's great
huge.
if you have depth.
That's huge.
So first down, 10 yards to go. And they continue to operate in Edco territory at the 25-yard line. Direct snap back, right side, carrying it again. That is Aiden Klosterman, but he's met at the line of scrimmage. There's Oberbrockling along with Bergen up in run support. They bring him down to the 24, just in between the numbers. But it's a couple of yard pickup. Second down, 8 yards to go. Content to pick that up. Positive yardage every time.
Oh, yeah. If they're getting positive yardage, they think they're doing what they need to do, and they're going to run this quarter out, just pounding it down, trying to get into that end zone and wearing down this Viking defense who's starting to grab a hold of those jerseys, starting to put their hands on the knees a little bit. They're getting worn out.
Yeah, you see Bergen, kind of the hands on the hips right now defensively. A couple of players like that because they are taking the bulk of the hits right now. Second down, 8 yards to go. They snap it back to number 36. We've got a new back in there for Central City. Carrying it off left side is Josh Lindsay, a freshman. He brings it inside the 20, gets down to the 19-yard line, so a fresh set of legs. And they pick up 4 yards. It'll be third down, maybe 5 yards to go. We'll call it 3rd and 4 in what may be our final play of the third quarter. Edco has run 3 plays this quarter.
Yeah, 3 plays, one brought back by a penalty. So on the 4th play, they had to punt, and defense has been out there a long time.
So at the 20-yard line, they're certainly in 4-down territory. Inside 20 seconds left in the quarter. Third down, 4 yards to go. Direct snap back, and this time it's Matthew Klosterman back in there. Brings it around left end, has first down. He's down the sideline. 10, 5, goes in for the score. Touchdown, got it. Got to the edge, raced everybody down the left sideline, the far sideline for the score. That is a 19-yard touchdown run there by Matthew Klosterman. And it's now 32-6, Central City in the lead.
Yeah, huge run there. Once he got through that first wave and bounced it to the outside, there's no contain from the Edco defense, and Klosterman could run rampant. Waltz is in there for another touchdown for the Wildcats, putting things out of reach almost here for the Vikings.
They have not thrown the ball. There is a penalty that was thrown down there, and you may have had a sportsmanlike conduct penalty against Central City. And again, you're Central City. This is the part now that you've got to learn. You know, you're taking steps forward this year, right? 3-0, but it's not beat the chest top of the world yet.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of good teams in this district. So they still have Easton Valley. Yep. Midland's a good team. Good win tonight against Edco if they can hold on and win this, but there's a lot of ball to play in this, and they just need to keep plugging away.
This is a young team still learning. So I think that's part of it, and you've got to learn how to win too, right? You've struggled for so long, you got to learn how to, when you're playing these types of ball games there, and they have looked good in this ball game. So here is your...
No, they took the point off the board.
Yeah, so this is after this. This occurred during the run, they say. So it's now first down, back to the 20-yard line. Well, then it's a conversion. No, they put the points on the board. The conversion fails. All right. So let's see.
Okay.
The officials, the conversion fails.
The conversion fails, so they backed him up on the conversion,
Right.
15 yards on the conversion.
So we're going to keep it right here because the scoreboard said first down, 10 yards to go. They had the stick on the side said first down, but the conversion got pushed back. to where the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty happened. So it was outside the 20 is where they charged that conversion.
And I'm surprised they didn't put that 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. I don't know if I would see it on the conversion, but conversion failed. Edco stops them. That's positive.
I think Edco said, push him back.
Push him back. You bet.
So let's keep 2 points off the board. It's, again, a 26-point ball game. You come back in this ball game, get 4 scores. Got the opportunity there. But with 12.3 seconds to go, how do you stop this Central City offense right now?
I don't know. They're scratching their heads over there. We talked about having to make those adjustments at halftime, and Central City made a huge adjustment, said we're going to run the ball, and they're doing it with force.
Coach Rochford had said this in week number 1. We're not a big team up front on the offensive line or the defensive line. We don't have the size we've had. And again,
in years past.
Right. Yeah. It's not hiding anything. And Central City has decided we're just going to run right at them here in this second half. And it has been working for them as they've put up now 12 points here in this third quarter. 12.3 seconds to go. Hansen back on the field, but only to kick again. Back to receive is Bergen, lets it go over his head. It'll be a touchback. Hansen's twice done that. Had a couple of touchbacks. The ball comes out to the 15-yard line, and Edco takes over. First down, 10 yards to go, but now trailing by 26.
Yeah, just a big hole to dig themselves out of, and Central City's found a lot of ways to score, and I think with the success they had in the third quarter, they're running the ball. We're going to see that all the fourth quarter. We might see some different guys in there running it with this lead, knowing who they have coming up. Next week, Central City's got to go to Midland. That's going to be a big test for them going in there if they're undefeated.
A Midland team 2-0 going in
2-0 going in tonight, and then after that, Easton Valley. So they're looking to keep expanding, getting that depth we talked about, getting some of those guys some experience. We may even see it a little bit here on the defense.
First down, 10 yards to go. Edco back to Rochford to throw the football, looking long. The ball flutters, and it's knocked away by Lucas Greif at the 40-yard line. Just inside the numbers on that far side, Ian Miller, the intended receiver, but he was double covered, and Greif able to drop in there. Fortunate that ball was not picked for the Vikings. They catch a break.
Yeah, a little underthrown. Ian Miller got down the field quite a ways, and Rochford tried to float that a little bit, but a little short, and the up back got a hand on it. Otherwise, I think that defensive back that was covering Miller had a shot at that ball.
5.8 seconds to go here in our third quarter, so this may be the final play of our third quarter. Central City led 20-6 at the half. The Vikings got that touchdown before the half, which was a positive there. But the second half has been handled by Central City. Second down, 10 yards to go. Rochford, it's a quick draw play to Stager. Hit in the backfield, drop for a loss, fumble the football, but I think they're saying he's down. At the 10-yard line, he was down. And that's how the third quarter comes to an end. Central City, dominant third quarter. They lead now 32-6 as we go to the fourth. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. Furniture Showcase and Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Carr Auto Group.
So again, our score, it is 32-6. Central City in the lead. Another score. Clayton Ridge trailing Southwind now 46-12 at the end of 3. And as we mentioned, 38-0 is the score. East Buchanan leading Starmont at the end of the third quarter of that ball game. North Fayette Valley leading Postville 54-0 in the third. Osage leads MFL Marmac 21-8 at the half. That's the late show tonight. Meanwhile, Vikings third down, 15 yards to go. Rochford slant play to Bergen, knocked away, middle of the field at the 38-yard line, covered there by number 10, Aiden Klosterman. That was a good throw, and Bergen had the inside, but a nice recovery by Aiden Klosterman to knock that ball away, incomplete.
Well, and Rochford had time to throw that one.
Yes.
Something he hasn't had, so a nice pitch and catch there, but great defense by the Wildcats. Forcing a punt here. Edco's going to have to try to flip the field here a little bit and get some field position back.
So the Vikings do not have a first down this second half. So their second drive that goes 3 and out, and back-to-back drives that were hurt by penalties. So from inside the 5-yard line, Rochford gets that punt away, kicks it away from Greif, bounces at the 40-yard line, goes back inside Central City territory, and Greif just stays away from it. At the 32-yard line, Greif thought about going to get it, decided, no, I'm just going to let it go there, and avoids any trouble. First down, 10 yards to go. Central City at their own 32-yard line, they lead 32-6.
And this has just been a dominating second half for Central City. Frustrating for the Vikings, not able to get anything really started on offense, hindered by a couple of penalties, but then defensively, they've just been on the field for most of this. I'd say time of possession, 95% has been Central City. They've been on the field the whole time.
So first down, 10 yards to go here for Central City at their own 32-yard line, and I don't know why you do anything different for Central City, right?
No, other than maybe different personnel, but otherwise they're going to just pound the ball.
And Hansen has not taken a snap at the quarterback spot this entire second half. They run it left side, and carrying the football there is number 10, and a good job by Edco. That is Aiden Klosterman again. Not much, maybe forward progress of a half a yard. Stagger, Harris up there still fighting on the inside. Second down, 10 yards to go. The Vikings start to kind of sell out a bit defensively.
Yeah, I think they're just going to, start having that rush pass or rush blitz out of the middle guys and just sell out and try to get everything they can and stop this offensive onslaught by the Vikings or by the Wildcats.
Another score, end of the third quarter. North Fayette Valley on their way, leading Postville 62-0. Second down, 9 yards to go. Jumbo formation, back to Greif, the fullback. And again, they just push the pile ahead. A rugby squirm as he gets across the 35-yard line, gets out to the 36-yard line. It'll be third down and about 5 yards to go. So a third and longer situation here for Central City.
Yeah, something that they haven't had to deal with a lot, but I think two-down territory here being at midfield, and we've got, looks like some cramping going on the field here.
Yeah, we saw Caden Cole cramping earlier. I don't think Cole has been back in the ball game on defense, just back out there. And now you've got a Central City player that is, again, cramping up on the outside. And they are looking at him, middle of the field, at the 38-yard line. Try to recognize who that is. The thing about Central City is you, again, have already taken over a minute off this third quarter just by a couple of plays.
Yeah, their time of possession is huge, really taking control in the second half and salting it away, keeping the Vikings offense off the field.
The good news is we haven't seen a lot of cramping issues this season, and tonight it's kind of more humid than it has been recently.
Not hot, and heavy humidity, but just the right conditions where some of these guys not hydrated yet and just cramping up a little bit.
Good to see him hop back up. Number 73, David Munyakazi. He is a 6'1", 230-pound senior, and part of this for Munyakazi may be the fact that he's been plowing holes.
He has been. He's been making some big holes. He's the big guy up front. They've been running off of him a lot tonight, and he maybe just wants a water break. Let me get some water in me, get those cramps out, and get me back on the field.
And so he'll, as he gets to the sideline there, kind of drops the helmet. I think a little bit frustrated. He's got to check out. But it's third down. It is 6 yards to go. So the clock will pick up again after that injury timeout. He's got to sit out this play anyway. But third down, 6 yards to go. I don't know if we'll see at this point, Central City really do anything different offensively.
No, we haven't seen Hansen on the field yet. He's there on the sideline with the helmet ready to go, but this power formation.
Third down, 6 yards to go. They snap it back to, again, Aiden Klosterman brings it right side inside the 40-yard line. Almost broke it, but he brings it down to the 39-yard line. Here comes a late flag in. Cole makes the stop. It's 4th and 1. But we have a penalty and a late flag brought in, and this may actually be against Edgewood Colesburg, and I think it is because we see Bergen kind of pushing Cole back to the huddle. Cole may have said something there. Something obviously happened at the end of that play, and we talked about for Central City, you don't want that to happen. No. For Edco, Cole immediately checks out to the sideline. Same situation.
Well, and this is the other side of it, the frustration of we're having a rough night, we're not able to get anything going, and just some frustration on defense, and either said something or did something, and the officials are right on top of it.
And there hasn't been many nights here that Edco has had a team be more physical with them. They are usually one of the more physical teams you see. But again, it's a different team. That's why they run a spread offense this year, and it's been a little short tonight, obviously, with the guy you had that offense built around in Cale Funk, really not available much of the night.
Not available after that first quarter injury, and they've had to kind of regroup, and some frustration starting to set in, but hopefully the Vikings can refocus.
And that does give them a first down, Central City. They bring it left side. Matthew Klosterman breaks a tackle down to the 20-yard line, stays in bounds. They keep the clock running. running. He was pushed out of bounds by Price Rochford late, but still a 7-yard pickup on first down. Second down, 3 yards to go inside 10 minutes here in our fourth quarter. So instead of fourth down, that's the third penalty that Edco has had this second half. 2 of them came on pass plays that would have been big gains. The other one, the penalty there, gives them a first down.
Yeah, and then those are the frustrating ones, and those are the ones that, they'll talk about when they watch film tomorrow of, you never want penalties, but you definitely don't want penalties in situations where either we're going to keep the ball and keep the sticks moving or we're able to stop them on defense.
So it's second down, 3 yards to go. So Central City back inside the 20-yard line. Direct snap back to Matthew Klosterman, trying to bring it around right side. He gets to the corner, goes inside the 15, 10, down the right sideline, goes in for the score. Touchdown, got it. He went around left end on his last touchdown. Right end here. And it's a running play that goes 18 yards. 38-6, Central City here in the lead.
Yeah, just a nice gainer there. They've been running that play up the middle, up the middle, up the middle. Here he bounces it to the outside, gets outside that contain, and a nice finish there in the end zone. Again, frustration on the Edco sideline, but well drawn up there for the Wildcats.
So in this game, Matt Klosterman has 2 touchdown runs and a 52-yard interception return for a touchdown. And they will now go to the conversion here to try to make it 40-6 with 9:22 to go in our fourth quarter. And again, that Wildcat formation. Matthew Klosterman bobbles the snap, gets it back at the 5-yard line. It's a busted play. Breaks a tackle at the 5, but it stood up there. Well, I shouldn't say he is stood up, but he squirts away, brings it back to the middle of the field, and finally the entire Edco defense brings him down. Man, he ran a long ways for a loss of 2 yards. The conversion fails. 9:22 to go. Central City extends 38-6. Let's take this break.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
So again, our score now 38-6 for Central City. It is Matthew Klosterman, an 18-yard run, but the conversion fails. So it remains a 32-point lead right now. 9:22 to go, fourth quarter. They kick it away. Bergen lets it go to the goal line. It'll go as a touchback. First down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings at their own 15-yard line. All right, Edco, now you've got to you've got next week off, and we mentioned that might not be a bad thing because you got to get healthy here. And the concern is the health of Cale Funk, who's been on the sidelines, their quarterback, with that left knee. And when you've seen him walking around, it's been very gingerly there. So you know that's going to be looked at. But now you've got to look at what can we do offensively. You've seen some things that work, but it looks like it's going to be here. A lot of Wildcat and Price Rochford throwing some passes there that are going to try to hit short gains.
Yeah, they're going to try to do those little short gains. We haven't seen that swing pass since Funk has gone out, but I think if they have a week to practice that a little bit, maybe they can find that swing pass and get that going because that was giving them success early in the game as well.
And again, you want to take your deep shots. They've taken a couple of deep shots, but they have been in longer situations, longer passing situations. So first down, 10 yards to go, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, back to Rochford, and again Wildcat, but he's hit in the backfield. That's Benton. Doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It was a quarterback draw, and Benton shot through, a loss of a yard. Second down, 11 yards to go.
And there was the formation that we saw in that first half. 2 receivers both sides, and they throw that little swing pass. If it wasn't there, Funk would run it. But with this situation, they trust Rochford to run the ball, so they're trying to get him through, but Central City kind of knows what's coming, and they've been jumping that all night long.
And Rochford, he's got to get that head of steam going. That's the big key to that quarterback draw. Second down, 11 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, back to Rochford, rolling out to the left, trying to throw a short pass, and it is caught. Stagger outside the numbers, off the left side, brings it across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Nice gain there, and he picks up quality 16, 17 yards. First down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, nice catch there. Just kind of a little curl route. Steger just kind of sat down right about those sticks, and when he caught it, got that momentum going forward, gets the first down plus a little more.
You know, the big thing is about that, as they rolled out to the left, and it's an 18-yard gain, that's Rochford throwing that ball on the run there. Got him outside of the pocket there, rolling out to the left where you kind of narrow down the short side of the field, and a nice completed pass.
Yeah, great completed pass, something you can build off of, and a nice catch by Steger there. Look to see him get more involved in the offense.
So the Vikings would love to get a drive here, get another touchdown in this second half, trailing 38-6. Receiver split left and right. Kirby is a receiver to the right side. Bergen to the left, and Rochford rolls out right, looking to run the football, throws it as he's hit. The pass is almost intercepted. It is incomplete, throwing short at the 35-yard line. Miller was underthrown, and coming up with the football was Aiden Klosterman, but he did not catch it. Rochford was hit as he threw it by Benton. It's incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go. That really disrupted the throw.
It did. It kind of stood him up, and trying to throw that with one leg that he can't step into the throw. So that's why it was underthrown, and Miller doing his best to try to catch that. Good defense there by the pursuit of the line of Central City.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Benton from the outside is 6'3", 200 pounds, so that long, rangy end has caused some problems up front. Bergen goes in motion and gets the inside play. It's a pass. It was a shovel pass inside, but it was thrown a little too high, a little too close. The timing didn't work. It's incomplete. Third down, 10 yards to go. And this is a case now of you're talking about you're running plays now that you really haven't had a chance to practice a lot.
You haven't practiced this a lot. You've kind of maybe put it in as a possibility, but you're just trying to run plays in there, and that was a little shovel pass over the top, and just no doing there. Even if Bergen catches that, there's a lot of defenders around him. Not going to get a big gain on
North Fayette Valley has scored again against Postville, but again, North Fayette Valley looked at that ball game that they were going to play a lot of kids tonight. It is 70-0 in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes to go. And so North Fayette Valley getting lots of guys involved tonight. Third down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. And again, shovel pass inside to Bergen. Brings it left side inside the 35-yard line. And Bergen has first down on that far sideline. Across midfield, inside the 35-yard line. Gets down to the 31-yard line. Well, they tried to run it to the right. This time they ran the shovel pass to the left. Not a bad-looking play. First and 10 for the Vikings.
Yeah, nice play there. A gain of about 17, 18 yards. But that little shovel pass, if it's there, it's getting past those rushers that are trying to blitz on the run.
Now, we talk about Fredco offensively. If you advance here, because you had Rochford as one of your receivers and one as your running back as well. So now you know what Bergen can give you, but you're going to need some other kids that are going to have to step up for you offensively as this season moves forward. Back to Rochford. Rochford rolls out to the right, looking to throw the football. He's going to tuck it and run. Inside the 25-yard line, he's able to push ahead to the 24-yard line. Benton, Lucas Greif, that is, making the play. And that's what you want to see from Rochford. That's a good decision. Nothing downfield. Use my legs, pick up 5 yards.
Well, and that's what we talked about with him needing maybe a little bit of space to get that momentum. But once he has that, he's quick, he's elusive, and he can run you over. So a nice gain there by Price Rochford.
So second down and 5 yards to go to the 25-yard line. Vikings finding some things here, though. I mean, getting him to roll out on the move. Yeah, some things that are working.
He's looking a little more comfortable there, and a nice drive, couple completions, some things to build off of for the Viking offense.
We approach 7 minutes left in our fourth quarter. Two receivers to the left. Kirby is in the backfield now. To the right there of Rochford. So it's again second down, 4 yards to go. High snap, but they hand it up the middle. Rochford hit in the backfield, no chance. There's Davis. Who else is there? Number 32, Arwen Betzer. It's a loss of 2 yards, so they try to run that out of the spread formation with Kirby. And it's third down and 6 yards to go. They lose a couple of yards on that play.
And Central City had that sniffed out right away. Chase Kirby in there. Tough, hard runner, but again, not able to get any momentum, not able to get downfield, and stopped before he really got anything going.
We have our first final of the night. East Buchanan has defeated Starmont by a final score of 38-0 in that ball game at EB. Third down, 6 yards to go. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Back to Rochford, rolling out to the left, throws it on the run, looking for a stagger. It is caught just inside the numbers on the far side, inside the 20-yard line. He's down to the 15-yard line, finally down at the 10-yard line. Nice rollout to the left side there by Rochford. And Stagger, good hands, brings it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, 17-yard gain.
Yeah, and Rochford a little slow getting up there, took a brunt of that after he threw the ball. So good to see him pop back up after that throw.
So first and goal for the Vikings. We approach the halfway point in our fourth quarter, trailing by a score of 38-6, but this has been their best drive, clearly, of this second half after Central City has had a couple of outstanding drives just running the football here in this second half, and their 3 touchdown drives they've had. First down, 10 yards to go, and Edco better hurry here. I think the play clock's going to be moving on them. So they get up to the line of scrimmage, stagger Bergen to the left. Let's see if they get this snap off here. Rochford has them up to the line of scrimmage. First and goal from the 10-yard line. They're going to be all right here. They send Bergen in motion. Here's the jet sweep on the inside, and he's into the backfield, makes a defender miss, but in the middle of the field, gets to the 9-yard line. Slowed things up enough where the rest of the defense got in there with Betzer. Gain of a yard. Second down and goal to the 9-yard line. And that goes as a completed pass, as it was a shovel pass on the inside.
Yeah, just a little inside move there, and Bergen just trying to cut that jet sweep off and trying to go upfield because not seeing anything to the outside, but nothing there, nothing for him to gain.
So second down and goal here for the Vikings. Clock continues to move. Vikings not concerned about that right now. They're concerned about just finishing off a drive. Try to make this here, get into double digits in this ball game. Had a nice drive to end the second quarter. Got them back within 20-6 as they scored in the final seconds of the second quarter. Meanwhile, second down and goal at the 9-yard line here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and Rochford gets the snap and looking to roll to the right. He throws it on the run looking for Bergen, and it's knocked away. Reaching in there, Lucas Greif. And Bergen had to stop as he was in the near side in the end zone, and Greif was allowed to recover, knock it away, third and goal.
Yeah, and that's just some inexperience out of Rochford, not leading that receiver, not giving him that extra space, and giving Greif the chance to catch up to that. But otherwise, a nice, well-drawn play. Rochford creating a little bit with his legs, getting away from that rush on the left side. Almost completing that pass, but good to see Edco knocking on the door trying to get another score.
So now third down and goal to the 9-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Rochford alone in the backfield. They operate from the middle of the field at the 9-yard line. Again, 4-down territory. Bergen goes in motion, and they do not, again, throw it to him. He's looking to go to the backfield. It is caught by Bergen in motion, goes inside the 5. He's down to the 1, pushed out of bounds on the 1. So they faked the handoff on the inside there, or made it look like they were going to maybe run that same shovel pass, and instead Bergen just rolled out to the right, hit in stride by Rochford, brings it down inside the 1-yard line, and it's fourth and goal for Edco.
Yeah, and they need to come away here with points. Thought maybe Bergen could push that in, but a well-drawn play. Again, something that they haven't run a lot of, trying to feel their way out here, kind of learn on the fly, but got to finish this drive with some
At
points.
near side, he reached out for the end zone for that pylon, but could not get to it. So here's your fourth goal and goal play from the 1-yard line. And Kirby is in at a wingback spot. Rochford alone in the backfield. Fourth down and goal, gets the snap, looking for the fly pattern, one-on-one to Bergen, and it's knocked away. He caught it. Bergen caught it. Touchdown, got it. Bergen got it around his defender, number 52, Nolan Gates. How'd he get that around him? Bergen the touchdown, and it's 38-12, the Vikings score here in the fourth.
Yeah, nice catch there by Bergen, just going up to get that ball, and it looked like it got knocked away from our angle, but it kind of got behind the defender. Nice catch, a nice pitch and catch by Rochford.
And I almost want to say, instead of kind of the jump ball throw there, the fade, it was almost like a back shoulder throw.
Almost, and nice job keeping it away from the defense.
So they will go for the 2-point conversion. Good to see the Vikings finish off that drive. 38-12. Here's your conversion back to Rochford. Slant play to Bergen. Bobbles it. Cannot hang on to it there. Would have been a spectacular play on a hard-thrown ball over the middle for the slant. The conversion fails. 5:12 to go. 38-12 is the score. Central City in the lead. Let's take this break.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors, where we've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is asking members to do the summer shift. No, it's not a new dance. Simply reduce your electricity use between the hours of 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. on weekdays. That's when power costs the most. So turn up the thermostat, delay the dishwasher, shift the start of laundry, and you can help keep electricity rates affordable. This summer savings message is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Allamakee Clayton Electric Cooperative.
So Edco finishing off the drive there. It is a 1-yard touchdown pass, Rochford to Bergen. The conversion pass fails, and it is now 38-12. Vikings there, short kick. It is fielded there by the up back in that far sideline. That is Matthew Klosterman. Brings it across the 25-yard line. There's a flag. I think there's a face mask. To the 26-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. And let's see what Central City here, what they look to do with the final 5 minutes left in this football game. Don't imagine they'll do anything different here except for run the football out of that jumbo set.
Well, and you look at big picture here, Jaden Hansen has been on the sideline resting for the next couple of big games that they have, and I'm sure he's frustrated wanting to be on the field, but kind of getting digged in that first quarter. They've been able to rest him, so he's going to be fresh next week when they go to Midland, which now turns into another big game for Central City going in there undefeated.
And again, they have Easton Valley in 2 weeks, so they could make that Midland ball game there, focus on that. They could make that an Easton Valley ball game that would be a big matchup right back here.
Right here in Central City, and then that's something that they'd love to be playing for, possibly, a chance at a district title on their home field.
All right, for the Vikings, again, you're going to miss out on a game next week, but you do have certainly some winnable games coming in your schedule as you look to try to get into the postseason here. But it's going to be kind of a different look, at least for the foreseeable future here. We'll try to talk with Coach Rochford after the ball game, get an update on Cale Funk. First down, 10 yards to go. Back to the Wildcat. They run the football left side, and again, lowering the shoulder. Aiden, number 10 there, Klosterman, brings it inside the 35-yard line to the 34-yard line. This has been their offense the entire second half, as they have just run power football. Harris makes the stop among the Vikings up front, but a 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, and I think we'll start to see some substitutes here, Things are well in hand for the Central City Wildcats. Some other guys stepping out here. I don't think they're going to go away from this power football, but we're going to see some other guys maybe carry the ball, keep them from getting any injuries.
Yeah, Munyakazi has not returned. He's still being stretched out on the sidelines for Central City. And it's now here, second down. It is 5 yards to go with 4.5 to go. And again, they will take all the time they can. As they run the play clock down, they snap it back there to, again, up the middle, Aiden. And that is Aiden Klosterman again, bringing it to the 40-yard line, short of first down.
That looks like Lindsay. I think that's 36. Lindsay checked in for Klosterman.
Well, and Lindsay has that appearance earlier in this ball game, and that is number 36, getting the handle. Third down, 2 yards to go. That's a freshman on the carry. But the guys up front are doing all the work tonight for Central City. We haven't probably focused enough on those guys.
And I think Coach Myers will be the first one to talk about the job that the front of the line did, both sides of the football tonight, making holes for the offense and slowing down this Viking offense.
You got a couple of seniors up front, Munyakazi and Nowansky there. Price is a junior. And a quick hit there. They run it right side. Again, it is Lindsay. Brings it in the middle of the field, down inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Moves the chains. Third and short. They pick up 6.
Yeah, just it's a lot of the same thing, but you got the same line up front, making those holes, and now it's Josh Lindsay finding his way through those holes, taking that direct snap, and we talked about Jaden Hansen, a great weapon for him. He's been on the sideline this whole second half other than kickoffs, and he's been able to kick off because they've scored a little bit.
First down, 10 yards to go to the 26-yard line as we approach the 3:15 mark in our fourth quarter. And they run the football again right back to Lindsay. Lindsay, a couple of yards, not much, inside the 25 to the 24. Second down, 8 yards to go. Couple of finals. Southwind has defeated Clayton Ridge 53-19. The positive there is the Eagles have put up 19 points in that ball game. North Fayette Valley now leads Postville 78-0. And I will tell you that both those schools, I believe, want to get that game off the schedule. Second down, 8 yards to go. Just because Postville's not at this point. You're Class 1A and North Fayette Valley 2A, much bigger. I understand you're close. I get that. It's a little bit different, though, is where they are football program-wise right now.
Yeah, that's not benefiting either one of those teams right now.
Second down, 8 yards to go. They run it left side with Lindsay, and up to number 22, Matthew Klosterman. And he's brings it around left end, gets down to the 24-yard line, tried to shake a bake a little bit, not much there. Picked up 2 yards. Third down, 2 yards to go. And for Postville, now they start district play next week, and holy cow.
I mean, it doesn't get any easier for a small school in a big conference.
It's going to be a tough row. Again, they've lost one of their receivers in Kobe Bohr, their top receiver, one of their better offensive players. Third down, 8 yards to go. The good news is they've got numbers. That's huge. So it looks like going to be able to get through the season. I think that's what kind of the goal is. But you got to stay healthy.
and see what happens as we shake out the final weeks. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. They run it left side, Lindsay. Lindsay spins ahead, runs into a host of Vikings. Rochford makes the play, only a gain of a yard. 4th down, 7 yards to go. 90 seconds and counting in our 4th quarter. Big early season matchup between these two teams, and Central City, they certainly now move their way to be considered right in the mix in the top 2 spots in the conference.
Oh, yeah, I think in this district they've kind of sent a message, where we belong. And I think beginning of the season, in the preseason polls, they picked Central City ahead of Edco, and
Yes.
Edco kind of took offense of that. They've proven it here tonight. They really stepped up to this challenge, and it'll be interesting to see how things go the rest of the season for them, especially that matchup in a couple of weeks with Easton Valley.
If they get a first down here, they could just take a knee the rest of the way. 4th down, 7 yards to go, and they are going to throw the football. Klosterman rolls out, throws it over the middle. It is caught, then dropped just at the 10-yard line on the right side. They were looking down the field there for one of the receivers that slipped out of the backfield, and it was actually number 34, and that was Benton, but it was knocked away by Price Rochford, and actually Oberbrockling dropped back there defensively, knocked it away. The pass was completed as it was more of a halfback option throw, and they're stopped on downs at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, Benton kind of came from an end position there, but great
left end to the right.
Left end to the right, and great job by Overbrockling, not only to make the tackle, but to rip that ball out before he could finish that catch.
Yeah, actually had the ball in his hand, so a good closing job there by Edco. We're down to 54 seconds to go, and they were just looking to complete that pass for a first down. They weren't looking for a touchdown there. They were just trying to throw it past the sticks. Matthew Klosterman, not a bad throw, the old left-hander out of the bullpen there. First pass by Central City the second half. First down, 10 yards to go. Rochford brings it up the middle and runs into a host of Wildcats. Maybe forward progress of a yard. It'll be 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Luke Birds up front making the play. Central City will go to 3-0. We have another score. Osage now leads MFL Marmac 28-16. Wyatt Powell had an 85-yard run, but it's 28-16. Osage leads MFL Marmac in the 3rd quarter.
And that's an MFL Marmac team that is going to be well tested.
Edco will not take the final snap, and the game will come to an end. Central City, and again, they took charge in the first half, built a 20-point lead. Edco playing a bit shorthanded tonight. Then Central City wears them down in the second half. The Wildcats are 3-0. They defeat Edco by a final score of 38-12 as the Vikings fall to 1-2. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping.
They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Ray's Excavating, Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood, James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point and Delhi, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont.
Welcome back once again here to Central City. Our score, it is 38-12. That's your final score. Central City victorious over Edco in our featured ball game tonight. Let's update you on other scores. North Fayette Valley defeating Postville tonight, 78-0. South Win over Clayton Ridge, 53-19. East Buchanan beating Starmont, 38-0. And Osage leads MFL Marmac in the third quarter, 28-16. They played a wild game last year. MFL Marmac opened a rally in that ball game here. For Central City, again, had an impressive drive to start the ball game, able to grab control. Edco losing their quarterback in Cale Funk. That is certainly a big part of this story in this ball game. And Central City doing a lot of good things offensively.
Yeah, Central City being able to just invoke their will in the second half, running the ball, doing about whatever they wanted on offense and not having to do anything that made them uncomfortable.
Yeah, they threw one pass the entire second half as they had impressive drives running the football in the second half to grab control. So again, our final score, 38-12. Our post-game show begins. We're joined by Edco football coach James Rochford. Coach, first off, we've got to start with an injury update on Cale Funk. Anything for us?
No, not really. It hurts. The trainer didn't think it was ACL or PCL. So a little maybe a hyperextension. I don't know. He was walking okay on it, after he was warmed up. But he'll have to get checked out by the professionals and see what comes of it.
Yeah, so obviously that changes the ball game, changes how you guys approach things offensively.
Yes and no. To be quite honest, I mean, we can't handle him up front with Cale in there. First quarter, he was running for his life. And, I told the kids, I said, they owned us up front, offensively, defensively.
You had mentioned that was a concern of yours, is teams, size-wise, you guys weren't big up front.
No, we're not. And they were very physical and took it to us. And that was one of the things that, we are not strong at. We're young up front, and we have to learn from that. And, Cale might get us a couple more touchdowns in this game, but if you can't stop them, from driving the ball down on us, I mean, that's not going to make any difference. They came out second half and pretty much owned us.
Yeah, the second half, able to run the football there, again, with that power formation. All right, lots of positive, though. I think Price, good job stepping into there. Quarterback spot. Ended up 10 of 19, threw for 126 yards, a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of took away the playbook. Cale is really good at taking the playbook away from me and not letting me call plays because he's that good at it. And he's had 2 years experience. So, Cale's very good at it. And with Price coming up, I put my playbook away and I said, you're calling it. You got to understand. You got to talk to your teammates. What's going to work here? Because a lot of times when they call it in the huddle, a lineman or somebody will say, I can take this guy or I can beat this guy or I can do this. And they believe in that. Once they call it, they believe in it. So I've made a habit, for the last 4 or 5 years that you kind of let that quarterback feel his way around.
Sure.
And Price did a good job. I mean, he just has to do more of that. It's one of those things that, I know I'm throwing a rookie to the wolves, but he's also got to figure that out. So,
well, and obviously he was able to hook up with Dawson Bergen. That was a nice pitch and catch they had a couple of different times. I think Dawson had 8 catches for 100 yards for you.
Yeah, I called early on when Price was in there. I called a few plays, and it was weird. They didn't get run. Not even the formation I called. And so it was like, okay, somebody out there's telling Price what they should run, and I'm tired of actually calling a play and getting mad about it. I mean, fine. I'm okay with that. You own it. Once you call it, you own it. So between him and Dawson, they were kind of calling stuff, and the other kids were chirping in too and saying, I can beat this kid, or I can, take this kid on whatever. And the problem was Price is gasping for air going, Dad, I can't get time. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I get it.
Sure.
It's totally get it. And that's where we just got to go back to work up front.
And a couple of things that I know you want to eliminate is you did have a couple of big pass plays ended up being called back in the second half.
Yeah, we did. They were nice plays and holding and whatnot. But, we'll take a look at it on film. All we can do is watch the film tonight, watch the film tomorrow with the kids and learn something, because we have a lot of rookies. We just took away one of our starters from last year. So we're down to one true starter, and we're 3 games into the season, and I can't expect, chicken salad.
I understand that, and because then you take one of your guys that you're relying on as a running back and a wide receiver, and now somebody else has to step up into that skill position role.
And to be honest with you, we've got about 4 or 5 guys playing line. They're playing running back. They're playing receiver. I mean, it's kind of been a roulette for us. It's just not good, but it is what it is. The kids step up.
Next week, you guys are off, and that may not be such a bad thing.
It'll be a good thing for us. We'll take advantage of that in the time, because West Central Maynard is big up front, and they're going to do the exact same thing to us. So we got to figure something out there, and I don't know what it is, but a lot of it is just experience, desire, tenacity. That's just what we got to do.
Part of the learning with the new kids.
Yep.
All right, Coach. Get healthy. That's a big thing. We'll talk to you next week in the Countdown Show. Good luck to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
Again, Edco football coach James Rochford talking things over about his Viking team as they drop a 38-12 decision. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, post-game show continues. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports. TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? TNT Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at TNT Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Welterland Motors in Edgewood, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, Bloom's Flowers, Gifts and More in Edgewood, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Clayton County Recycling of Monona. Welcome back once again to Central City. Wildcats win by a final score of 38-12. We're joined by Central City football coach Matt Myers. Coach, first off here, I want to talk about the second half because you guys decided we're going to go big and we're just going to drive it right at you. Man, what a performance by our kids.
Yeah, absolutely. The second half was, we got a lot of depth this year. We have 17 kids that can play varsity and legit give us, and so we rotate a lot of kids, and that's really kind of been the mantra all 3 games so far is that, we just kind of just keep pounding and pounding, and second half we just pull away because of that rotation.
And it's funny because, you've been able to have success passing the football, but tonight running the game and not just one guy, like you mentioned, lots of guys involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's huge. Like we got a freshman running back that set our school power clean record already, and it's hard to get him carries, So, but we've got Aiden Klosterman, we've got Jaden Hansen who can run really well, and Matt Klosterman and Josh Lindsay, the freshman, and we're just very blessed this year. We just have a lot of depth.
Yeah, Aiden Klosterman rushed for 135 and a touchdown. Matthew Klosterman had 2 touchdowns, rushed for 69 yards. Christopher Greif, a touchdown run as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a big play. That drive was big. We took 7.5 minutes off the clock to start second half and finished a 4th and goal from the 1. And, the kids like that play. I mean, they know that's the play they always want to run. So give it to our fullback. And
let's talk about defensively, because we talk about and the guys up front in the offensive line, but your defensive line. An outstanding job tonight.
Yeah, we've been getting great play from our defensive line, and again, that's that depth. We can go 7 guys on that defensive line, and we just rotate them. And one guy needs a break, that's fine. We'll put somebody else in, and they're producing, and and it helps to have someone like Makai Benton. He's only a junior, and he is really really tough to block, and I know blocking him in practice, our guys get really frustrated.
Yeah, length.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big thing as well.
Yeah, he's very long.
And Matthew Klosterman had a pick 6 for you defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. He just read it well, and that was a huge play for us.
All right, so now this is a team taking a step forward. You see, you're 3-0 already here, so now you kind of set your sights that, hey, we're a player in this district. Big ball game next week for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Midland's huge. They always are. They got big boys and extremely well coached. Coach Miller, he and I are good friends, and it's at Midland, so our homecoming, so it's going to be a really, really tough game for us, and we got to be ready to go.
All right, what do you want to say out of your team for next week's ball game then, facing a big physical team like you guys like to be?
Yeah, I think same thing. We just have to keep grinding and keep playing tough physical football, and we still are making a lot of mistakes. We got to clean those up and just mentally be ready to go next week.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you guys.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Central City football coach Matt Myers talking things over there about his Wildcat team, victorious tonight by a final score of 38-12. We'll take a break. When we return, Game Stats. Your post-game show continues. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Gateway Appliance Sales and Service, Northeast Iowa's premier Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana dealer, Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Quillen's Quality Food, serving Northeast Iowa, and by Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Welcome back to Central City. We start to continue here now to our stats portion of our post-game show. 38-12, final score of the ball game tonight. Central City beating Edco. MFL Marmac has scored early in the fourth quarter, 28-22. Osage leads MFL Marmac. We turn things over to Coach Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the individual totals. Central City wins this ball game 38-12. Lots of players involved. Let's go through the totals.
They were led on the ground by Aiden Klosterman, 24 carries, 135 yards. He had that 1 touchdown. Jaden Hansen had 3 carries, 22 yards. Christopher Greif had 4 carries, 25 yards, 1 touchdown. Matthew Klosterman had 9 carries, 69 yards, those 2 touchdowns. And Josh Lindsay had 5 carries, 16 yards. They had 45 carries, 267 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns. For passing, Jaden Hansen, all in the first half, he had 4 completions on 7 attempts for 33 yards, including that touchdown. Aiden Klosterman and Matthew Klosterman each had a throw as well. So overall, 4 for 9, 33 yards. Lucas Greif had 2 catches, 12 yards. Aiden Klosterman, 1 catch, 7 yards. And Benton had 1 catch, 14 yards. He had that touchdown. So 300 yards of offense for the Central City Wildcats.
And again, the second half, it was 1 pass. It was running the football right at you. That 7.5-minute drive to start the third quarter obviously gave them control of the ball game. Totals now for Edgewood Colesburg.
Cale Funk had 6 carries, 32 yards. Dawson Bergen 1 carry for a yard. Price Rochford 13 carries, 40 yards. Chase Kirby a carry and Bennett Steger a carry. Overall, 22 carries, 67 yards for the Edco Vikings. In that first quarter, Cale Funk had 3 completions on 4 attempts for 18 yards. Price Rochford, 10 for 19, 126 yards. He had 2 touchdowns and then that 1 interception. Bergen led the way with 8 receptions, gets to 100 yards tonight, including that touchdown. That was a 1-yard reception. Caden Cole had 2 receptions for 10 yards. He also had a 2-yard touchdown. And Ben Steger had 3 completions for 34 yards. So 13 catches on 144 yards, 2 touchdowns, so 211 yards of offense for the Edco Vikings tonight.
And now, again, you hope for the best for Cale Funk. You're talking about a senior, put in a lot of work, and how he's continued to grow at the quarterback spot there for the Vikings. They are a different team with him playing there because, again, now you've got everybody in their normal position of what you're doing there. But they know they're going to face some teams that are going to try to be physical with them up front. So they're going to have to continue to work through that. And that may be some more help up front.
Well, and you look at their losses with Turkey Valley. They were very physical up front. They like to run the ball. Central City tonight was trying to be physical up front, running the ball. So that's on film. So teams are going to see that. So they're going to see more of that. Coach Rochford was right on when he said, we got to fix something up front. We got to get a little more physical and make way. And I think for Cale, if there's any way he can play, if there's, they tape it up, if it's just a soreness thing, if he has a couple weeks to rest, if he has a chance to play, he's going to play because he's a gamer and he's going to try to get back to help his team any way he can.
Yeah, especially senior year, as we mentioned. Edco's off next week, and again, Midland and Central City play in a big ball game, and then Central City has Easton Valley in 2 weeks from tonight. Next week, we'll be in Monona. It'll be MFL Marmac and Columbus, the start of district play. A Columbus team, just like MFL Marmac, has played a brutal non-district schedule. That 1A District 4 is going to be great. Beckman's ranked 3rd, Cascades ranked, Columbus was ranked to start the year. MFL Marmac, a lot of people feel like they're in the mix in the top 10. Going to be fun.
They're going to beat the crap out of each other, and MFL Marmac is in a dogfight tonight. Last we heard 28-22 in the 4th quarter with a really good Osage team who's also very physical. So, again, well-tested ball club right there.
And again, that just happened in the 4th quarter. MFL Marmac scoring there. So let's update you on the scores. North Fayette Valley beat Postville 78-0. South Wind over Clayton Ridge 53-19. East Buchanan over Starmont. Final score tonight was 38-0. Those are the scores we were following tonight. Again, our final score here, Central City improves to 3-0, beating Edco by a final score of 38-12. The Vikings drop to 1-2. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlight scores and more, go to KCTN.com, click on the sports tab. You can also find the video of tonight's ball game, our broadcast, on our KCTN.com, on our website there for tonight's broadcast. As again, our thanks to Jared Borman for helping us out with our performance tonight here on that end. Also, thanks to Dakota Hammond for running our camera tonight. Coach Hammond, we'll see you next week.
You betcha. Go Cyclones.
So you bet. Good luck tomorrow there. First 1 to 10 wins. Again, for Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to everybody for helping us out with our broadcast tonight. Edco dropping this decision to Central City, 38-12. That's your final score for tonight. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa-themed and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beers. Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store joins Perk Central at 7 Goethe Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more because Sode's Greenacre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
Edco Football is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. Furniture Showcase and Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Carr Auto Group.